I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not. No, that's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look you.
They don't want it.
Tobin Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still in the sauce with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof of my life, better more than no proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's like Florida. Wish I could large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube and view it for free. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. We are live from Panthers Media Day.
really nice.
Hello, Leroy.
It's really nice.
It is nice. This is gorgeous. I've never been to the new practice facility, and this place is gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Like if they told us right now we were in the arena, we wouldn't be able to tell the difference, right?
Yeah.
If they put us in a corner in the arena.
I guess like other than the number of
except
seats.
for the choice of snacks.
What do you mean? You already started looking?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Everything is closed. What do
No,
you mean?
I had to get a bagel.
Of course.
But
Well, there were snacks.
here?
You gotta like that. There were snacks.
There were snacks, right?
There were snacks.
And I got here so early, I almost like went and got something, but
snacks?
then we started talking. So.
Let's get off here. Hello, Frog Boy.
Oh, I can't hear you guys. Nah, usually we have technical issues. I just, for old time's sake, I wanted to say that.
Oh, you're a bastard.
You guys are looking great. That's the new ice den? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Really nice.
Got a new ice den around,
Look
and
at
we're
that.
hoping we get some Panthers guests to peruse by here. I don't know. We may be getting a certain goalie here soon. I don't know
Whoa!
because everybody was kind of thrown off. I got here. People told me that
Who stole the goalies back?
dude, what?
Oh, what?
No, he's actually not. Where is Stoli the goalie? Where did he go?
Seattle.
Toronto, right?
Toronto or
No,
Seattle?
we got Drieger back.
We got Drieger.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's big.
Oh, big.
Hey, why can't I mess with you?
What do you mean?
Like I said that to mess with you.
I just did. Well, last
And
time
you got like offended, like, oh my God.
The more you look that way, you're making me paranoid and nervous.
why?
Somebody's walking up on you.
Yeah, I don't
Sneak
like
attack.
that.
Yeah.
Steve-
I don't
Oh,
like
hello, Jennifer.
Wow, yes.
Ew.
So let me get this straight.
What?
You can show up to random facility on time,
Way further north than the station.
but the place where you actually work.
Think about it this way. I took the turnpike to come here. And then eventually I went on a different highway. But it's much easier for me to go on the turnpike than it is to go on multiple highways just to get to work.
That's
why
not
don't you just
science.
take the turnpike and then go to the Gratney
That's not
or
science.
go across that way?
No.
Why?
Why? That's so out of my way.
But you get there quicker.
I don't think so.
The point is getting there on time. Then you just made a big deal about going on the turnpike, and then you just said it's not that much of a difference.
It wasn't a big deal. You made it a big deal.
Okay, fine.
You're making it weird.
Yeah.
What?
I'm making it weird. You live in weird.
That's
It's
true.
easier for me to get here than it is to get to the station.
Wow. Okay.
It really
Let
is.
us get to headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. At Doral Volkswagen, choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock like the Tiguan, the Taos, the Atlas. And remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. The Panthers, perusing. Paul Maurice already did his media day today.
Yeah.
He did his media day. Bob.
It's amazing he does his media at 5 a.m, so nobody could actually get him. Except
Yeah.
The other old
It's smart.
people.
It's a smart move by Paul.
Joe. Yeah.
It's a smart move by Paul. I saw our boy Bob. We locked eyes. We hugged.
You hugged him already?
We
You
hugged.
touched him?
Yeah.
You touched
Oh
him?
no.
Yeah.
The only person I saw was Kulikov, and that's because
Did you?
yeah.
I actually saw Kachuk when I got in.
Did you know what Dmitry Kulikov looked like?
No, but I can read.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
you have
yes,
to carry
sir.
that. I'd be very surprised if you knew Dimitri Kulik.
Like, come on. Come on.
Long-standing Panther.
Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
I
Of
wanna
course, why you? Of course, you know I couldn't pick him out of a lineup.
Somebody's got to have the rings around here. I want to know who has the rings, and I want to see them.
They're not ready yet.
We're not going to be the ones to see it
Can I
first.
just tell you?
I
these-
want to break
wait,
that
wait.
news.
Let me
I would
explain
love
something to you.
that, but that's
These
not gonna
rings take probably months to make. You realize that, right?
Yeah, but they're always done before the season.
Okay, it's not the season yet.
Well, hey,
happen.
time's a ticking.
It takes a couple. It takes 2 or
Protocol.
3 months.
Time is a ticking,
It
dude.
takes 2 or 3
I
months.
want to see
dude.
some bling.
But you ain't gonna see them here. You could. They might.
I don't know
I
about
mean,
that.
maybe somebody has a picture of one
Yeah,
or a
that's what I
diagram.
want.
Okay.
But I don't think the actual rings are here yet.
Well, I agree with that, but someone's got to have a model. Someone has to have a model.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Who's the most
and
honest
I'm more
person
than
on the
sure.
team? We can
And
ask
I'm
them.
well, no, the players don't have any. The players have no idea, so it would have to be somebody in the front office. The players have no idea.
By the way, I can't mush Bob. He already won the championship. That's not a thing. So all the chats
Wait.
need to stop.
Wait.
What?
Why are you yelling at?
The
down.
chat is
chatters.
saying
The
that
chatters
the
are
season
being
is over
bastards.
already because of him.
You know,
Why are you
touching
getting
Bob.
so
I didn't approach him. He approached me. I just want to be clear.
Did he?
He did.
that
You guys locked eyes.
can
and
I
he
just-
walked directly towards
Can
you.
I just say this? There is a 0.0% chance I believe that.
Swear to God.
I think
I
you
wouldn't
ran
make
it.
it weird
You
like that. I'm not that
see-
guy.
You wouldn't make it weird
I
like
wouldn't make
that.
it weird like that. He walked out of his press conference. I was standing next to Chris Cody. You can ask Chris Cody. He's a witness. And he like, he kind of just says, wait, and then he go,
Oh, he gasped.
kind of. That's
See-
kind of
So
what
See,
why'd
he
you
did.
make it
wait,
so
wait.
exaggerated?
You said you don't like to make it weird while
He
making
made
it
it so
weird.
That's what
weird.
he did.
Like,
And
like,
so
well,
then what
why
happened?
did he like?
And then he was like, and then I said, champ, congratulations. We hugged. And then he went off and did his thing.
Nobody believes that.
Swear to God.
No, because all the little
I
extra,
didn't approach.
all
I
the
didn't
little-
approach.
all
I
the little
wouldn't do
extra-
that.
all
I
the
don't
little
know.
extra additives you put into it. Like you don't think you threw a little cheese on it? Yeah,
Yeah,
Kinda like
that's,
that.
that's actually the
yeah, that's too much.
The
That's
gasping
too.
through
That's
me
too
went.
much.
All right, maybe there wasn't a gas, but there was.
No.
But I didn't approach. I swear to God,
This
Hmm.
I
man,
wouldn't do that.
He
Play-
approached you.
Gonna
Yeah.
ask for cameras.
he just was
There were no cameras, but you can ask Chris Cody. I swear to God, he's a witness.
game
Okay.
7 of a Stanley Cup. But where he draws a line is when he sees Tobin. That's when he shows wow.
I got to tell you, like, and I've even playing and losing in the championship game, right in overtime.
Yep.
I never felt more angst than those last 3 minutes of that hockey game.
That was crazy.
And I'm like, like, come on. And then he just locked the. I'm like, how long did that last minute tick off with the puck
Oh,
blocked
man.
up against the wall?
It was great.
It's like, oh,
It was perfect. It all got set up exactly how, they trained for it. Really, really cool.
Yep.
Really, really cool.
it's cool. It's like a lot of smiling faces around here, man.
I gotta
Like,
tell you,
It's a great day.
A lot of
Yes.
people peacocking. They got the strut of champions around here as
Oh,
they
yeah.
deserve to have.
Yeah, I heard
Like-
Paul Maurice this morning say, "Hey, they know what's coming though." He says we're gonna have a hard camp like we always do.
Time is up. Time is up with the
That's
nonsense.
it. That's great. What, 2 months, 2.5
I know.
months?
I know.
I'm trying to think. You know what? It caught me too because, my first 5 years, I only had one shortened off season. Right.
Mhm.
But in Minnesota, it got shortened every year. So I blame playoffs on why my career ended shortened.
Oh man. All right, we'll take a break here. We are live at the Baptist Health IcePlex for Florida Panthers Media Day. Hopefully some fun surprises along the way. We are streaming live on YouTube and Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM. Take a break. More to come after this.
Previously on
Tobin and Leroy.
Heavens to Betsy.
WQAM, broadcasting live from the Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall Studios. Edmore Sawgrass Buick GMC's entire inventory is on sale and all backed by more. Click Edmore Sawgrass Buick.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Hey, join the WQAM on-air staff at Smoke on the Water in Weston for Whiskey Stars and Cigars on Wednesday, September 25th. It's presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Enjoy a fine whiskey, a good cigar, and sports talk with the WQAM on-air staff. And Miami Heat's Duncan Robinson is going to be there. It's free to attend, but you do need to RSVP at WQAM.com. That'll get you an invite and a complimentary cigar. You must be over 21, drink responsibly, come hang out with the WQAM on-air staff at Whiskey Stars and Cigars Wednesday, September 25th at Smoke on the Water in Weston. It is presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall, the official partner, the main man. There's no way to help you flip your biz and cash out big than the main man. Go online at themainman.com, and brought to you by the injury law firm of Cohen and Judah, where a partner handles every single case. Visit cohenandjudah.com to see partner reviews. We are live here at Florida Panthers Media Day as the champs are going to,
as you can
get
see,
some pictures taken and some video taken.
Yeah. He said it's just for the look, by the way. So it has nothing to do with the ice. But
the pictures?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because they're taking pictures in there and it's dark.
Well, whenever you see the actual pictures that are in the videos,
Because
and
there's a
stuff,
flash. That's the first thing he asked. He says, "Is there a flash?" He goes, "No, I'm just trying to get a look." Because the flash is bright.
I get
That's
it.
how it looks at every night in Florida.
That's true.
Like
lately,
that.
lately.
Like that.
Yeah, you
I
guys
don't care
like
how
you got
I don't care how great your day has been. When night hits, you're gonna get some type of activity. I don't know why. It's just
It's been
weird.
crazy
I
action.
was driving home
Crazy.
and that was
But yeah,
exactly what I saw.
if you watch right now, it's like it does look like a storm behind us. Like it's
Right.
wild.
There is
So-
a storm behind us.
Storms are brewing. It's the cats.
It's the cats.
It's the cats.
Yeah, but we don't know who that is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, now
I
it,
can check.
The crazy thing about hockey that I'm amazed at is like in basketball, you have like sometimes three guys, 4 guys don't even play, right? It's not the case in hockey. In hockey, whoever you dress is playing.
Yep.
And it's a very unique sport in that it's one of the only sports where if you dress, you play. It is not so-and-so didn't play for whatever reason. You know, it's wow, it's just amazing how deep.
and it's a real injury,
Right,
not some soft injury
right.
that they're going through.
Or they do say like lower body injury. So you don't know if he broke his leg in 3 spots or he pulled a calf muscle.
yeah.
So
not
there's
specific
that.
about that. They're not specific about that.
Right.
But it is cool, man. Like this is one of those, we haven't had this since the Heat, since they've gotten to come around and and bask in a little bit. I mean, you don't take the stuff, you don't take these things for granted because they don't come around a lot.
The other cool thing is that unlike with say the Marlins, like they won a championship just put it together, won it, and then got, broke it down. You could see this building. They went to the finals the year before. The year before that, they were really good. And you were just hoping to get over that hump.
Yeah,
it was a chocolate chip.
Oh man,
I found the snacks.
chocolate chip.
that is.
I didn't even see the snacks when I walked in. Like, how
Oh,
did you see that?
You not looking.
There's a whole table right over there.
Yeah.
But people were blocking it, so I didn't really see.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Let me tell you.
Now
something.
there's no
Champs
one
have a
there.
lot of media here today. That's what they should have.
I would like maybe a little finger sandwiches or something. I would have went with not like the setup like last year. Last year we
That was a very special setup.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You guys raided the.
We did not raid.
We didn't raid.
You
We
raided.
were
did not raid.
told. We
Dude,
were
you-
directed
it was-
in that
Hey, we were fist
direction.
bumping everybody. What's up? What
Like
you got going
a
on? We had
They
had
could
a
have easily taken us out of there.
an omelet station. They had a pasta station.
You guys
Come
were
on.
no different than pirates. You raided.
What are you talking about?
You were no different
I
than
went
pirates.
twice. If they let me back,
You
so
pillaged.
They
No, I
saw us
didn't.
the first time.
no,
They could have
because,
said something.
all of a sudden,
All of a sudden, now you want to
weak-
blame me?
Weak JFig. Can you come in here with me?
Don't act like you didn't get anything on that
I
that
didn't say-
second round.
Guys
okay?
are bothering Ryan Lomberg eating his omelet.
No, they had all
Ryan
kinds of
left
stuff.
quite happy.
It's
Okay,
like, what are you
He got what he
creeps doing
needed.
next to my breakfast?
Yep.
Frog Boy, they dress this up like it's nobody's business.
The stealing of the food at first was embarrassing, but now because of the success we had, I need you to do it again. Actually,
Thank
That-
you.
but we can't
will.
find
We'll
it.
find it.
We
We'll
can't.
find
We
it.
It's
can't
gotta
find
be-
it.
oh,
Like,
I got faith you'll find
They
it.
probably
have-
put it downstairs because the
Oh.
upstairs food is here. All the players
Right.
are downstairs doing
Hey.
pictures.
We can
and stuff.
probably ask
all
Doug. He
all
probably
they
knows.
have is
Doug
like,
knows.
Doug knows.
I didn't know you could slice a watermelon that thin. I was scared to pick it up. It was gonna fall apart. But they had cookies,
Ah,
just brown, chocolate chip cookies.
okay.
They had
Which is good enough for you.
Where'd you find
yeah,
a bagel?
I had
You said he
eaten-
found a bagel.
a bagel.
Yeah,
they had
is there
bagels.
bagels there too?
They had
Okay.
bagels.
Wow.
I haven't eaten a bagel
We'll
in
figure it out.
5 years.
Ah.
Not my thing, but I hadn't eaten anything this morning because I
Scoop
was
it out?
thinking, huh?
You scoop it
No,
out.
it's a little. It's a baby bagel. It was a little bagel.
It was a baby
It
bagel.
was a beginner bagel, like
Beginners.
infant
Wow.
bagel. It wasn't like the, you know.
It's a weak ass bagel.
Yeah, but because
Okay.
like I hadn't eaten anything, and that's why when I got here, and I realized I got here so quick, I almost just ran to Starbucks. But I'm like, no, because Tobe, he not gonna text me, but he'll be like,
I heard you though. I was like, oh, he's here in plenty of time. He
Yeah.
perused around the corner. We
Yeah.
figured it all
Yep.
out, dude.
talk to some folks.
Yep.
Little chit chat.
Hobnobbing.
So what's the
hobnobbing.
process that you guys have seen over there? I'm assuming it's like photo, then
Guys
meet
are
with
going
media.
in. I don't know if they've done many joint press conferences.
Uh,
All right.
The
We just
signal.
gotta-
I got the
scared.
signal.
I'm scared.
Oh, look who's coming over here, ladies
oh,
and
the signal. Be cool. Be cool. Be cool. Be cool. Everybody.
Be cool, be cool, be cool, be cool.
Nice.
Don't
Be
be a
cool,
mush.
Be cool,
what
be
does that
cool, be
mean?
cool.
Power
Be
play.
mush.
The power
Be
play.
cool, be cool, be
Power
cool.
play.
Okay,
Be cool, be cool, be
Breakaway
cool.
goal. Breakaway goal.
There he is.
Okay, bye.
Yes.
Oh, JFig's leaving. She's giving Bob the headset.
Bob.
A champion is walking on over.
I'm not hyperventilating. You are. Oh,
Can I just tell you,
man.
there's nobody more excited than this man right here.
Oh man, that's it. Mr. Sergei Bobrovsky is sitting down with the gang right now.
Sergey, how are you, buddy?
Good, good. How are you?
You're good. You should be good.
You
Look
should
at
be good.
Look at you, man. You're a
Wow.
champion. This is first of all, congratulations. Let's just start off there, man. This has been an incredible journey for you. But how does it feel like to reach the mountaintop and get to where you were? What was this summer like for you? For all the work that you put in, that had to feel incredible.
Well, first of all, thank you for the congratulating me. Yeah, that's the moment when we won the cup. It's already in the past. It's been a long time ago. I feel like, and the biggest emotions was right after we finished the game and when first lift of the cup. That was those moments I can't even describe. It's just even though like lifting the cup, I saw that so many times in my visualizations, but it's incredible. So I can describe that.
Was it like what did you have images that like ran in your head? Was it like all the work you put in? Do you like look for your family? Like what went through your moment when you got the cup in your hands?
It's actually the moment that you get the cup in your hands and lifting. It was like very slow down moment. Like I try to also enjoy that moment as much as possible because I know how much work it requires to get to that point, and how many things come together. So it's not only in your control. It's also has to be like the whole. Lots of little things has to come together.
It has to be something to play in a game like that and just get into a flow and not realize that, you know what, just play, because any mistake or anything that anybody does could mean the Stanley Cup. And it seemed like you guys went about it just playing the same type of hockey you played all year, especially those, like I tell you, the last minute with the puck just up against the wall. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is the longest minute of my life. It's the longest minute of my life. I'm trying to figure out, okay, can they still get a shot off? Can they still do this? And you got to be sitting there going, like, just like, come on.
No, that was actually, yes. There was a two opponents was right in front of my net, so I'm kind of like, but also the I think two clinching games before we ended up the same way. So and
Right.
I think Mixie was the same guy, so I knew, like, I trusted him that he knows what he's doing. So,
Right.
and all the guys at that moment, everybody can tied up their grip and not allowed to do anything.
I think-
so it was.
I think that's the thing I learned the most this year about hockey is that how much of a team sport it really is. Watching you guys go from year to year, like 2 years ago with all the goals scored and all the goals you were scoring. And then last year with it getting a little bit tighter. And then this year, just having the patience and knowing that everybody could depend on everybody. Seeing that happen and then seeing it all come together. Man, I really appreciated the fact that it is a team sport.
Yeah, it is the hardest trophy to win in a team sport, because you go through the 7 months of the regular season with all the travels and stuff. So your teammates becomes as a family, and you might spend the more time with them when compared to your normal family,
Right.
and that's the big moment. In the playoffs, it's also like you go through the war for two months. And it's and to lift that trophy and celebrate it together, it's special.
just
It's
looked
cool.
awesome.
You could just see the look in your face, like it still soaks over you, like all the stuff that you put into it. How did you spend your day with it in the summer? Like, what did you do with the cup?
My day was here in Florida, so I invited the people from Europe. So since I moved to North America, most of the time I train with the European coaches. So I invite the people from Europe and had the dinner with them. And also beside that, I had the time at my house, made the picture. We invite the photographer to make the nice pictures with the whole family. My parents was able to come over. My sister was able to come over. It's a great day. It's a great day, definitely, and it's nice tradition that everybody can have the day with the cup.
Eat anything out of it?
I didn't. No,
You didn't do the Luongo. You eat the pasta.
I didn't.
Bennett's eating the Captain Crunch. You respect you like you left.
Yeah, like especially I feel like that trophy has so much history, has so many legacies, legends, like in there. It's definitely, it's a special to see my name on it, on the line with those people, like with the true legends. And I got so much respect. So for the trophy, I kind of more handing it and right to take care of it.
You're like, give me the white gloves. Give me the,
Almost,
give me the fancy white.
almost.
Did so look, I know what a maniac you are with working with reaching the mountaintop. How did you treat this summer? Like, did you get right back at it because you want to get right back there? Did you give yourself a little more of a break? Like, how did you treat yourself to a championship summer?
It's basically, it didn't change much to me. So as soon as it's done, I came back home. I saw met the family, friends, and then I start training. So off ice, and here we are. So it's very balanced summer. You don't have to think and create anything. So it's go naturally, go with the flow. And it's actually, I feel like it's a big advantage to have a short summer.
Does it like, how much does it mean to you, just the idea you did come here to do this, and there's been different iterations of this team, like there's been different coaches and teammates and styles you guys played, but just, I guess, how proud of yourself that I know it's a team sport, but just the idea that you came down to Florida for a goal. And I imagine when you're sitting there in this parade in the rain and you're seeing this community that's raving about your team, just like, what did that mean to you?
Yeah, it was. It's a great moment too. Definitely, how many fans came out to celebrate that victory with us. And again, I appreciate the fans for all the support they gave us throughout the regular season and especially in the playoffs. It's amazing to get it done together with them.
You got a mural of the bobbery anywhere? You know the I mean, that's got it. If I did that, Bob, if I did the dive, like I would have that like painted over my. I think I would put that over the master bedroom, like right there. Like, do we have a photo of that or a mural, a canvas of that anywhere?
I have a picture of it. Yeah, I have that. Some of my friends gifted me that picture, so I have it at my house. But again, like it's just it's happened, so I don't give myself 100% credit for that. There is a luck, so and there is, it was two broken plays before, and then just like I tried to throw as much as possible of my body, and it's happened to hit my arm. So it's
You ever look at that picture? You go, how did this? Like sometimes you got to be lucky. Sometimes
yeah, and that's what happened, and yeah, I thankful to God and appreciate him for the everything that I went through last 2 years in the playoffs, and for this victory. So it's all for him.
You've worked hard, man. I'm very happy for you. Know that you put in a lot into this. I wanted to ask you this, by the way. You went to UFC down here over the when it was during the season.
Mm-hmm.
What, were you there to see a certain fighter? Was there somebody like in particular you wanted to see, or were you just excited? Because I know you love training the fight sometimes to get yourself ready for the season. Was there a particular guy you want to see, or you just wanted to experience it live?
It was a cool tournament too. There was the great fighters was there, but I'm basically I appreciate the sport. I appreciate the mind part of this sport, how they prepare, and for me to go there and see that live, that was special. That was I had the incredible emotions for that.
It was it was a hell of a show. Like there's nothing like the way they put on the production for that type of stuff.
Yeah, definitely, and how they prepare and how they like manage themselves during the fight. Because it's literally you might be killed, in that fight, and how they approach themselves and how they get ready. It's cool to watch.
Do you feel because I do feel like you're a guy who is ready to move on to the next season and get work. Do you feel like there's any leadership that you have to get everybody around to just get focused on this upcoming year, or do you feel like the mindset is going to be great for you guys from the jump to defend this title?
No, I think we have to. Always the thing. It doesn't matter when you end up last year. This year you have to start over again. You have to start from the zero. You have to build up all the chemistry, the trust, and all the things to get to the point that it's all like in the playoffs, that it's going your way, and you only like you can work so hard to give yourself a best chance. So there is no warranty, there is no guarantee that you're gonna do certain things and you're gonna be successful. That's also what makes it so much fun and so much interesting for the fans, because you don't know. There is so many good teams, there is so many good players who's gonna compete this year for the cup, and we are in the mix too.
Sergei Bobrovsky, congratulations again.
Congrats.
We're happy for you, man. We cannot wait for the season, and all the best to you, man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. Great to talk to you again.
We'll take a break. Back with more after this. Apparently, there's an issue there. There we go.
Thank you.
Now our audience can hear everybody. Thank you to Sergei Bobrovsky and Adeline and Tom.
Oh my
Veronica
goodness!
From
you should just see the
from
glow.
Panthers.
The
I know,
glow.
Dade South he goes, this was Tobin interviewing Bob, and it was Chris Farley. You ever see the Chris Farley bit with Paul McCartney? He goes, you remember when you were in the Beatles? That was awesome.
You know what I did, Pete, though?
Hmm?
Once we took that picture together,
Yep.
he kind of like just admired you. Like
Thank
he
you.
looked over at you.
I told you.
Like he wanted to hug
That's
you.
because
Do
you've
you-
been chasing him around for 4 years.
Do you admit now that
No.
that
Never admitted.
No, that was
Stop
an
doing that.
Was
No.
there a gasp of some sort at any point?
No,
No,
but
yeah.
you can see in his eyes there's like a twinkle.
He
There was like
well-
something special,
well,
like
listen.
a romance.
Listen, we called Tobin the mush,
Yeah.
but when Bobrovsky was getting the business from everybody,
Yep.
Tobin was showing up.
Yep.
So from that standpoint,
But everybody was.
I'll give him that. Now he may have been the reason why.
No, I don't accept that.
Listen,
Hmm.
your mushness is strong. The mush is
I
strong.
don't accept that.
The mush is strong in this one.
Yeah.
I'm just telling
Yeah,
you.
I don't
Like-
accept that.
I believe
Like,
it.
oh my goodness.
Mm.
And you would get mad at me for riding Seabiscuit. I don't know what's wrong with you.
By the way, there's some pretty big sports media news that just dropped.
What happened?
Woj is
Yeah.
apparently retiring.
Why would they do that?
Woj is retiring. He's
It's a weird Woj bomb, I must admit.
it is a weird
Very
Woj. No
rare.
more
It's
Woj.
very rarely do you send a
Yeah.
Woj bomb on yourself.
Does that mean Shams? Does that mean that
Shams moving up?
Shams is moving to ESPN now? Because I think Shams' contract is up too. The Shams, he always knows when to sneak in there. You know?
Mm.
Wow. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, long statement. I don't know if I'm that interested in it.
Okay. We get it, dude. You just read the last line pretty much sums it up.
Let's see. Past 7 years at ESPN have been a particular privilege. Appreciate the company's leadership.
Yeah.
I don't think he's reporting anywhere though. I think he's like, retiring.
I think because I think it said the line that I saw was like, after 30 years of reporting on everyone else's team, now I'm going to go back to my own. So that either means he's going to
So
start.
is he
his
going to like
own
St.
business?
Bonaventure?
I'm not-
No, or he's talking about his family.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
I don't picture Woj having a family. I picture him just
Sitting in like a cave
I
with
picture-
Wi-Fi coming out of the cave
I
and him
picture
just
his family being
search.
just, oh, there you are, original iPhone. There you are.
Oh, 2 children.
Oh my God, that was something.
He said, "Look at Schefter's tweet, you idiot."
Oh well, I'm sorry, Shmi. You know what?
I mean,
Shmi,
trying to do like, why are you
you
so
know,
like
we're here with the
wow.
Panthers. I don't really
It's
care
very
with these people.
aggressive right
Someone's gonna get me my
Yeah.
news. You want to know something? Here's the secret of it. We'll be fine without him.
Oh,
He is okay.
GM.
He is agreed to become the general manager of the men's basketball program at St. Bonaventure.
Look
The
at him.
role includes name, image, and likeness allocation, recruiting, and successful Bonnie's coach Mark Schmidt. Yeah, good for him. So he's just done with the public. Done with the public eye.
Well, if he's done with the public eye, he went to the right place.
You know, good for him.
Did he go to school there or something?
Yeah, he went to school.
Okay.
There. Yeah, he went to school there.
It's something about that, man. Something about being able to go back to your school and work there in any capacity. Good for him.
20-13 last year.
Now, go hire Shams, ESPN.
Wait,
My
who-
news.
Tobin was right. Apologize, Leroy.
Yeah, that's right.
The
Because I mentioned the Bonnies.
Bonnies.
We got Swaggy's heading on over here. Another champion.
Oh,
Carter
back-to-back
Verhaeghe.
champs. I gotta play his
Wow.
music. Where's his music?
I would pretty much guess that they're all going to be champs until we get to the bottom of it.
Yeah. It's it is I would guess, but everybody's styling around here like a champion, you know?
Yeah.
That's how they should. Look, that's producing. Good for you, Marcos. Carter Verhaeghe joining us here on Tobin and Leroy. Carter, thanks for the time, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
How has this summer been? How have you been basking in it?
It's been good. It's been nice and short, like usual, but no, it was good. It was a lot better than last year. Winning and being able to celebrate with everyone. I actually got married this summer as well.
Oh, congratulations.
So, yeah, thank you very much.
Was the
And,
cup at the wedding?
No.
Did she say I'm not going to marry you until you get the cup?
No, I think she's done with the cup right now. She's seen it too many times.
This
Like,
is
I
done.
get it.
That had to be just awesome, though, right? But my question is, so you played the last possible day of the season this year, and last year you went pretty deep.
Yeah.
Is it easy for you? Because hockey is the longest season of all the sports.
Yeah.
Do you just get used to the quick turnaround?
I mean, it's really not common, I think, to go twice in a row to go that far. And I mean, we're kind of used to it now, I think, after 2 years in a row. But I think, we're kind of just going with it as it comes. I mean, we're so fortunate to be able to do it 2 years in a row, go so far. And I mean, we're just hoping to do it again this year. And
because it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. And we just got to take care of our bodies kind of thing. Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Just more recovery and stuff like that.
How did you celebrate with the cup?
We did lots of things with the cup. I mean, it's so after we won it, we had a couple weeks with it down here with just the guys, and we took it all kinds of places, drinking from it, celebrating, and I didn't get much sleep those 2 weeks. But
were you at the night where I think I saw Lomberg climbing up a pole?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, that looked like a good time.
I was there. Yeah, Lombo was a star that night. That's for sure. He was crowd surfing that night.
that is JFig is going to miss Ryan Lomberg the most just because of his Lamborghini-ness and his antics. I think.
I'm definitely going to miss him too. I think the whole team is for sure.
What is is there anything you guys amongst yourselves feel like you have to tell yourselves to have that hunger going back? Because I feel like that's a you definitely reach down when you lose in the Stanley Cup. You want to get back there. Now that you've been to the mountaintop, are you guys hungrier for it again, or do you feel like you'll take this regular season easier, or is it just this is clean season?
No, I think for sure it's our goal, and I think once you get a taste of it, I mean, it just makes you want more. And we got a taste of it last year, and I think we just want to keep on going. And I think it definitely helps being able to do it, go to the finals twice in a row. And I think it just helps with our mindset, and we know how hard it is to get there and how mentally strong we got to be, ups and downs and all kinds of adversity. And I think that's the biggest thing going forward. We have an advantage over some teams that way.
I would imagine that before last year, you always wondered what it took and what would you have to go through and how hard it was going to be and what it would take. And now, and it's just a matter of just doing it again.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's for us to not kind of get complacent and just remembering, bringing back the memories of what it took and how hard it was and the doubt and everything that it took and how hard it was on our bodies. And I think we'll get that back. And but it's easy when you have the summer, have some time off. You're like, we're just going to get back, but it doesn't happen like that.
What stands out to you about the parade day? Because that thing was crazy with all the people in a damn lightning storm, and you guys are patrolling down the beach. It was definitely one of the most unique sports scenes I've ever seen in my life. Yeah,
that was a crazy time, and it just shows how loyal and supportive our fans are. And I can't believe they showed up for us in the rain. I was like, it was crazy. I was on one of the buses and going to the beach, it was coming down pretty bad. I was like, I didn't want to get wet. And then I see all the fans out there. Then I'm like,
you got to get wet.
I'm getting soaked. I don't care anymore. Right. So it was awesome seeing.
It was with this summer and seeing, I guess, just around the community, how crazed people have become with this team. You've been here for years. So does it blow your mind at all to see how you have struck the heart of South Florida?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. My first year, it wasn't as big or anything. And it just shows what winning can do. And I mean, it brought a lot of people from this community together, and it's so nice to see that. And I mean, it's been crazy. The fans and everything like that. Everyone knows the Panthers now, which is pretty cool.
How do you always come up with the clutch goal? It is a crazy thing. It was almost to a point where I think you were struggling a little bit in the series, and that's always your thing is you're going to come through, and then you do, of course, because you do. But is that a mindset thing? Do you find yourself as just a timing, right place, right type of guy? It baffles us how it's you need a clutch goal. Carter Verhaeghe's there.
Yeah, I don't trust me, I don't know what it is. I think the big moments, that's what you live for as a kid. And I mean, yeah, it's what you remember. And I think when you're in those moments, you just are like, kind of revert back to a little kid, and you're so excited and just want to be there, and you're not really scared anymore. You kind of have nothing to lose, it feels like, and you're just there, and it happens. I don't know. I can't tell you the secrets. I don't know. But
I always wonder because, I played a different sport, and everybody gets antsy, right? They get, when the game starts turning or the tide starts turning, everybody gets antsy.
Yeah.
But you guys, from being up 3-0 to going to game 7, like we know we got like there had to be some more angst. Like
we're pretty antsy, like you said, during those games. Yeah,
like, but is it hard not to think like, so say, okay, now it's 3-2. Oh, we got it, or you just go out and play hockey. I mean, I think your coach did a hell of a job of just, and the way you guys talked about it, it's like, no, we know we got some mistakes. But I'm as an athlete, I'm thinking.
Oh, it's hard. It's the mental is pretty hard, especially because I think none of us, like a lot of us, it was our first chance as a team to win the Stanley Cup, right?
Right.
In those games, and you're just thinking, you're not thinking that much about the game. It's easy to kind of think, oh, I have a chance to lift the Stanley Cup tonight. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And that's like, it's not the right mindset to have when you're in the moment. It's. You can't be thinking of anything but what you have to do and to be able to get there. You can't focus on the result. It's more about what you need to do to get there. So I think that played a big factor. And I think they had nothing to lose kind of thing. They were going in, I'm down 3-0. Like, I'm nothing to lose. Might as well. Like,
did somebody ever say, hell, they haven't won one either? Like, so why we treat them this way? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And I think that's what happened in game 7. We were just like, whatever happens, happens. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Let's just go play.
Can I just say that last minute of the game with the puck on the, I'm like,
yeah, I think all of South Florida was like that. Yeah,
cheeks were tight. The cheeks were tight.
Yeah, the clock took forever. Last minute.
Yeah. Last minute.
Carter, congratulations, man! Hell of a season. You bring a lot of thrills to this fan base. So thanks so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
There you go, Carter Verhaeghe joining us there on the program. I think Anton Lundell is gonna rock on over here in just a second. Bring him on over. We'll just do it back to back, JFig. We'll bring him on over. No need for him to wait anymore. He's been a patient man. That's a great head of hair. Anton
That's
Lundell
a great head of hair.
That is
I'm past I'm past the days of hair.
Yeah.
One of the luxuries in life I do not have anymore.
Well,
hair. Well, no, when you get old, your hair stops growing on your head and it grows out of your nose and your ears.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Anton, appreciate the time, man. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, guys.
Congratulations. It's not supposed to be this easy for everybody else is like grinding for years. I know you've probably been playing hockey since before you could walk, but at 22 years old, already a champion. That has to feel pretty damn good.
Yeah, I mean, it feels unbelievable. Everything has happened pretty fast in my last 2 years since I came here to Florida to try to get the NHL spot, which I didn't even know. It wasn't like guaranteed. I was coming to the camp and I didn't know if I'm gonna go back to Europe, stay here, go to HL. So everything has happened fast, but I just trying to improve every day and enjoying every day.
And now you're a champ at 22. That's awesome.
What how cool was it to see? I saw some of the Cub went to Finland and whatnot. Like what was the response there like? Because I saw like Barkov had a day there and like an arena. You guys had your own float in the parade. Was there an extra level of special to have that grouping on this team for your country?
Oh yeah, for sure. Just overall, for me coming here, I didn't talk this good, or I wasn't confident to even talk English when I came here. So the help I've got from these guys over the 3 years has been huge, and to be able to share something like this with your closest friends, it was unbelievable. And we've been together pretty much every day. We see each other more than guys see their families because we travel a lot, we practice a lot. So it's been a really fun time to be around these guys.
You guys were just at the Heat Arena, yeah?
Yeah.
How was that experience? Because listen, they've won their champions, but there's nothing like the Stanley Cup. Were they all kind of in awe when you guys brought the trophy there?
Yeah. So it was a very cool moment. It's a sport that's one of the biggest sports in the world, and to be able to see the locker rooms and meet some of the coaches and some of the players was special. Even to see on the walls, they had unbelievable great pictures of their parades, their winning teams, celebrate pictures of them celebrating. It was cool because there's a lot of history in that arena and in that organization. So for us to be able to bring one cup, I know they have a few more over the years, but
there's nothing like the Stanley Cup. Though.
Everybody wants that damn cup.
There is nothing like the Stanley Cup.
But overall, just like all of the coaches and the guys, they were very interested about how we do things. They were asking us questions and thoughts. So it was cool to see, you go both sides. We obviously followed them, but to see that they were living with us during the playoff run. So that was cool to hear.
Are you as crazy for basketball as Barkov is? Because Barkov loves the Heat. I remember the game where D Wade knocked him in the head as he was sitting in the stands.
Not as big a fan as him, but he actually took me to a couple of the games. So it's been fun to see it as myself too.
What we were asking just Carter about this, the insane scene that was the parade, because it's I was sitting in a safe spot. I was at a restaurant, second level, and I'm just watching the lightning crash all over the place. The rain's coming down, and everybody's just so happy and acting like maniacs. Like, what is the thing that you immediately go to when you think about parade day?
Just having a blast, like no worries, just enjoying it. A lot of people ask me what was the most fun thing about winning, and I always say like the first night when the families came to the locker room, we shared a moment. Everybody was so happy. Moms, dads, kids, grandfathers, grandmothers. Everybody who wanted to come was there. But the parade, same thing. We had the buses. It was really good organized, the whole thing. There was families in the buses. We had so much fun. It rained, didn't matter. We're not made of sugar, so we went through it. But overall, it was such a fun day to be able to share with the whole city and the whole South Florida.
You take this summer now, like at your age, I know you got even more big time goals for yourself. So like, was there get right back to work for you because you're still early in your career, and so the next steps that you want to take, like, did you work on anything specific this summer, or was it more just healing your body because that was a hell of a back-to-back runs that you guys had?
Yeah, for me it was hard to really understand how big it was to win. You kind of start to understand the longer the time goes, but to see the guys like Kyle Okposo being in the league for such a long time, winning the cup, just emotions. To be honest, it's hard to put myself in his shoes. Like, I'm still so early on, but I know it's hard to win. You won't even make the playoff every year. Hopefully we do, but do not take it as it's gonna happen every year. Was the goal for me. But the summer, you celebrate it for a while, but at some point you wanna turn page. You wanna get back to work. You wanna improve yourself and be sure you're gonna win it again. Come ready to camp and be hungrier than before.
Anton Lundell, thanks for the time, man. We really appreciate you. Congratulations. All the best. We'll take a break here on the show and back with more after this. distracted by Panthers glory today, so we haven't even talked about Tua going on IR, which is sad.
You called it.
Which
Though.
is, yeah. It just look. Come on, man. He had a vicious concussion.
Yeah.
We've all seen it, unfortunately, before with him. Yeah, of course, have him miss 4 games, no rush back. They didn't sign Tyler Huntley. They're not gonna hold hope that Tua's gonna come back in a week. It's ridiculous. Of course you put him on IR, and that actually gives him an extra week.
He gets 5 weeks.
He gets 5 weeks in this case. So yeah, I mean that was an obvious move, I thought, with him, and not surprising. Not surprising at all.
I didn't like. I think I think he'll be healthier before that, but the optics of it.
You think it's an optics thing?
Yes.
Interesting.
Absolutely. I 100% think it's.
Well, they took a lot of. I mean, they dealt with a lot of scandal the last time because everybody was like,
Right.
"Oh, they're high, they hit it." They shouldn't have had him out 2 concussions in 4 days, and so yeah, it was. I don't feel like this has as much venom around it for sure. I think everybody's just wishing Tua well, but still, dude, like he should take his time, And
Right.
here's the thing. You don't take any wins or chalk it, but if there's gonna be a part of the season where you're like, hey, can we figure this out and be 500 by the end of this? This might be the time of year they could do it and get away with it.
Yeah.
I know you don't like me assuming wins, but I'm just like looking at them like, well, it ain't on the road West Coast Bills game and then all that, and it's not the end of the season. So,
right.
I think that this is the time of year maybe they could figure it out.
Here's the problem, and here's my concern. You not only had, some poor decisions with how they were running the football at times, right? Kept trying to throw it outside and do all these things. But the other thing is because you tried so hard to get all these guys ready for the end of the season, you had guys playing wide receiver that were unfamiliar with the technical aspects of what they were trying to do.
Yep.
And so a lot of those passes just looked awful when they weren't on the same page with the receiver. So I don't know how you're going to fix that. I think that there are times during the course of a season where you have to say this. We got to get through this stretch. We need our horses to play more just to get through this.
Yes.
And I think that's going to fall on Tyreek. That's going to fall on Waddle. That's going to fall on Achane. That's going to fall on, you're going to go to the defense and say, hey, look, we got to force some issues here a little bit. Everybody's going to have to do that thing. You can't just sit back and relax and just expect to get through it. You're going to have to force the issue. And I think, I hope that they figure it out, because I think we didn't realize this before, but maybe the toughest injuries were all them damn wide receivers.
Yep.
And watching these new guys run routes that just got there on Tuesday going, oof. Right?
Yeah.
Like, think about this. 2 through 3 picks, and all the picks, Waddle and Tyreek weren't on the field.
Oh, dude, there was a crazy stat.
Think about that.
There was a crazy stat Barry Jackson put about.
Oh, with not one of them on the field, his like percentages.
Yeah, it was like
Right.
2 for 10, I think, for the year already. And
Right. So it's not
ridiculous.
even me watching it without the actual numbers. It looks noticeable. The offense is not. It looks noticeable. So what they have to do is they have to collectively get together and figure it out with the wide receiver room, with the quarterbacks, and with the coach, and say, listen, look, look, I don't want to be a bearer of bad news, but between the two of y'all, we're paying y'all $50+ million. Is it asking too much for one of y'all to be on the field on every play?
I had Waddle. You're like 12. Let's go, dude.
Right. Exactly.
And also, if
So,
Skylar,
and
if
it-
Skylar hits
like-
you in the hands, no dropsies like you had in Buffalo.
And you kind of have to go, because guess what? All those other guys are where they are because they're not you. So you can't just throw somebody else in there in one of these critical situations and expect, and the coach go, oh, we have confidence in. No, you don't. Nobody have confidence in them a month ago. They have a job.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock like the Tiguan, the Taos, and the Atlas. And remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. The Dolphins officially placed Tua on IR, so he'll now be out until at least week 8 against the Arizona Cardinals. They'll be back practicing as they get ready for the Seattle Seahawks. So we have that. We'll take a break. More to come here from the Baptist Health IcePlex. We're here for Panthers Media Day. We've had a parade of cats so far. We've had Sergei Bobrovsky stop by, Carter Verhaeghe.
Lundell.
Yeah, he see, here's what happens. I don't know whether it's because I'm old, right?
Tobin pulled a fast
But
one
Tobin
again.
pulled a fast one because he forgot to remind Carter Verhaeghe how he traded him to Arizona. No, don't hold your finger up, you bum. Don't hold your finger up. And then we get there and he starts off, he goes, Carter, how are you always there to make the big shots?
Well, that was
And
the
I'm
point
like,
of the Yotes rant.
Why? I'm like, what?
The whole point of me
No.
potentially sending him to the Yotes out of anger was because he was not being himself, which was scoring clutch goals. And then he did.
You should have told him that.
I kind of did.
No, you did. No, you did. No, you did. No, you did.
I kind of mentioned,
No,
like,
you
hey,
didn't. No,
you
you
weren't
didn't. No, you
doing
didn't.
anything, and then you did do
No, you
things.
didn't. No, you didn't.
Hey, we got to take a break. More to come here on the show back after this.
This hour.
Oh, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. What's wrong?
Somebody has their mic on, their speaker on.
My bad. I was editing something.
You look so disappointed.
No, because he likes to say, "Hey, turn down the mic."
I don't say that. I don't say that.
I know because it was you.
I don't say that.
All right. Oh, yes, what? Yes, you do. Look, he's just.
Oh man. Oh man.
Why are you referring yourself to Puck Daddy, Marcos?
Because he, why?
Nah, I just want to kind of fit.
Just
in
look
with
at
you
that
guys.
melon on him.
All right, what is that?
Hey, why do you have it brushed out like an Amish? Like
I
you got it
figured-
combed out. You gonna get a cut later?
No, my cut is scheduled for. Oh man, I'm nervous about this. 2 days from now, I'm be getting a cut, and it'll be my son's first time at the barbershop. I'm kind of nervous.
Really? All right.
Kind of nervous.
Were you going to like one of? So you're going to like a regular barber? You're going to one of them like
Yeah.
kid barbers?
Nah, I'm gonna go to a regular barber. Just
Okay.
kind of knock it out at the same time. See how it
Hey.
goes.
We went to the first place we went to with Tommy was this place Cartoon Cuts, and they play like you know, whatever the movie was, like right there on the screen, distracted him.
That's
Really?
the best bet. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have the
Why?
iPad ready.
You ain't gotta see. Here's the difference.
Kids
between-
don't like being touched by
No,
strangers,
no.
dude.
Let me. I understand that, but here's the difference between
good
black
call.
people getting a haircut and white people getting a haircut.
Okay.
You just get the little scissors,
Ah.
right? We get that. So that's terrifying. We get the yeah.
You get
I think he
scared
did
of
it
cutting
too.
hair?
Did you? Not very little. Very little.
He does-
He's not getting a high top. He's not getting a fade.
He does now.
You know that. Listen,
Didn't Travis Kelce invent that?
-1.
No, that's pretty good. I thought it was good. I thought-
-1.
I thought it was good. I thought it was good.
Travis Kelce.
Hey, what am I supposed to do with Mike Tyson saying that hey, can't walk right now so good, but not gonna stop me from fighting Jake Paul?
I don't understand this.
I don't understand because like yeah. You know why, Mike? You know why, Iron Mike? Because 60 sucks. That's why. Like why we gotta be so secretive by it?
I saw a ridiculous quote the other day from Duncan Robinson, who was like, "Yeah, 30 and my back flat up, father time is undefeated," and I'm like, "What? 30?"
So double that and listen to Mike Tyson talk.
I'm like, I'm gonna be 38. Like,
Hey,
father-
don't dismiss his back, okay?
I don't know. Listen, I know that his back was hurt.
Tall people in backs.
I just I was not
That's
pleased.
pain.
You
to
know
see.
what he's got? He's got that Yelich. He got that Christian
Oh,
Yelich.
dude, Yelich, yeah.
no.
Yelich got that cursed back.
I mean, but he had it when he was here.
I know. Strange that he hit 20 home runs that year, though. Crazy. But like, because when I saw that quote today, I think it was in Newsweek or USA Today. I forget who it was, but I'm like, well, the commission's got to see that and be like, we're not going to do the fight, or we're all just going to ignore this and just hope an old man gets his lights punched out.
Right.
Or do you guys really think the old man's going to punch? You still
I don't think they're gonna fight.
you still think he's going to knock out Jake Paul, Marcos?
Do you think that's still gonna happen?
No, okay. The more medical issues he has, I'm leaning with Leroy. I'm hoping, like, I don't want to see this anymore. Like, this is getting bad, dude.
It's
This-
a terrible idea.
He can't
It's a
walk.
terrible
He
idea.
literally-
Everybody realizes Jake Paul, like, this isn't a hate on Jake Paul. He's like I've said plenty of times, he's not as bad as you thought that he was. He's not good, but he's not embarrassingly bad.
Yeah.
And
He picks his fights.
and he's juiced to the gills. And Mike Tyson is 60. And the
Yeah.
last time I saw somebody juiced to the gills fighting a person who was 60, it was at the Hard Rock. Vitor Belfort versus, he was supposed to fight Oscar De La Hoya. He ended up fighting Evander Holyfield, who took an uppercut. Maybe he tripped on his feet, probably because he's 60.
Probably because he got an uppercut.
And it was a bad idea, and they immediately stopped the fight. I just don't understand what we're doing.
Right. So I'm looking at the chats.
Yep.
If I cheer for Waddle and Achan and Skylar, does that mean I don't like Tua? No, it means you're a Dolphins fan, jackass.
That's a stupid tweet
Right.
or
So
text.
random.
Means you're a Dolphins fan.
What else are you supposed to do? Are you
Right.
going to cry about it?
Right.
Well,
Like,
you
like,
wish Skyler
here.
no success. So
Here's what everybody in that building you have to do. Well, things change. Now you're relying on him to win.
Right.
So now you want him to have all the success.
Exactly. So
That's
that was
how
my
it
whole,
works.
that was my whole point.
No, but you shouldn't have said it to start off with.
But that was
Because it sounds bad.
No,
It sounds bad.
I understand.
It sounds raggedy that you would say it about somebody that's playing for your team.
Yeah, but if he was going to
Almost
get
like you cursed
success,
us.
that would have meant something had to happen to Tua. So that's why I wished at the time.
How
Mike White,
about
no success.
how about instead of trying to be a smartass, how about we say, I hope Skylar never has to play.
Samesies.
No, that's not the same.
It's a much nicer
Not to
approach.
say, it's a much nicer
We're playing a
approach
game
to
of
say, I hope nobody. Right.
Put your katanas away, semantic samurai. We're saying
You're
the
the
same
one.
thing.
You're
Wait
wishing
a
someone
minute.
no success. though.
You think
You're the guy.
so? Why I got to be semantic samurai? You're the one over here talking about hating players on your team,
What do you mean?
wishing them no success.
Yeah, but
kinda
you
hard.
understand what I'm saying. Like you're making it sound like
No.
I'm rooting against them, and I am not. I'm just
You
not rooting.
are. You're wishing
That is the
against their
wait.
success.
Isn't the epitome of wishing you no success is saying is saying that?
Well, okay. Like if I were to go up to Chris, it's not apples to apples because Chris Drieger is back, right? But like he'll play some games,
Right.
But like in the playoffs, I wish him no success because I just want.
Why
playoffs.
can't you just say I hope he never has to play?
Same thing.
There's no, it's not.
Same thing.
One will get you an uppercut, and the other one was like, yeah, I hope my guy stays healthy too.
It's how says the nuanced ninja told the semantic samurai. to take it easy. That's the point.
Point for Twitcher.
A person we wish all the success, and if you want success,
It's a salami samurai.
a person we wish all the success because
Oh no.
he's just the best when it comes to your dry cleaning is our guy Ara over at A&T Dry Cleaners. 40 plus years owned and run. I guarantee if you guys need your clothes laundered, you need some dry cleaning, you need something tailored, Ara at A&T Dry Cleaners, he's going to have success, and you're never going to want to launder your own clothes again, Leroy.
Yep, just give him a call at 954-610-9383. That's 954-610-9383. Ask for Ara. They have a seamstress on site. They can do same-day alterations. Please give them a call and get a quote. Don't think they can do anything you need. You got to check them out. But give them a call, text them. If you call and take your order over there right now, you get a deal. You just mentioned Leroy and Tobin, or Tobin and Leroy, as he would like to say, and you get 25% off your order. You will get 25% off
That's a
your order.
great
Just
deal.
mention our name.
Just for our silly sauce crew out there.
Now, you know Halloween's coming up.
Yep.
We got to get old Semantic Samurai. We got to get his costume fixed.
Show pony costume.
Show pony.
It's flamingo.
No, you don't need to get that fixed. You're already toting around an ass.
Fair point. But I will say, like, when you go on these online, such a jackass. You go on these online orders, it never fits quite right. I'll fix it for you. All right.
Yep.
Same day service. All you got to do, text or call 954-610-9383. They serve all of South Florida, Dade, Broward, Southern Palm Beach counties. Again, as Leroy says, you mentioned Tobin and Leroy, 25% off your order. Go check them out today. Once you use A&T Dry Cleaners, you'll never launder your own clothes again.
Here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQM. We're at the Baptist Health IcePlex. And now we talk to our favorite Panthers insider.
Yep.
David Dork joining us here.
You look rested, buddy.
Yeah, you seem. Are you done with your hungover summer too?
No, a little wake and bake. No, no, man. This is the start of it. Like I've been enjoying like having a little extra sleep over the last couple of months, but it stops now. Like bright and early this morning. Tomorrow practice starts. Like we're good.
I was talking to Reinhardt and I said, dude, I cannot.
Lundell.
No.
Oh, you were talking to Reinhardt over there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I was
you were
like,
hobnobbing?
Yeah. I said, the one thing I can't get over is how long your season is. Like you're talking about 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back to backs. Like it is by far I think extreme sport as far as what you do to your body in all the sports.
Yeah.
Like it is, because like you can't sit out. You can't be on minutes restriction.
No, and you can't go out there giving like 75%. You got to go balls to the wall.
Right, exactly. I'm like, it is brutal.
Yeah.
Is there something today that like is there somebody said or anything that's giving you the goosies the most about this season upcoming?
I think first just being in the building and going to the first Paul Maurice press conference and just kind of hearing him talk again like that. I felt this like I'm wired. I'm in. Like I'm ready to go. But no, like we spoke to, I was here with Roy and Chris from the Levitard show. We spoke to Dmitry Kulikov earlier, and we're asking him, like, you're up 3-0, you're flying high, then you lose 3 in a row. Like, what was that like? And he told us, like, well, I'll be honest with you, like going into game 6 in Edmonton, and Vladimir Tarasenko said, we're ready, we're going to win the cup tonight. And he's like, I'll be honest, like I didn't really feel it in that moment. Fast forward 3 days. Before game 7, the confidence for whatever reason with these guys was through the roof. I mean, you saw them bouncing around before the game in the little tunnel outside of the locker room, like ready to go. So
yeah,
that was cool. Just kind of hearing the honesty. I guess, we're at that point now, like they won. We can hear like, the blemishes or whatever, but so that was cool. I'm so pumped right now, man. This is what I live for. I love hockey.
Yeah. It's gotta be, I mean, just a blast knowing that, your team won, first of all, like what they went through to win. And seeing it grow from 2 years ago to last year, now to the cup. Like it very rarely in sports does it build like that, because nowadays they buy a whole bunch of players, get a whole bunch of players put together. They've built a culture, they've gotten better at it, and they perfected it last year. I'm interested to see, like, is there one player that you have concern about losing and say, oh, his impact was a lot more than maybe we know. If they don't find somebody to replace that, then, they might.
Yeah.
Right.
The first name that popped into my head as soon as you said that was Kevin Stenlund.
Yeah.
Just because like he didn't get talked about a lot last year.
Right.
But between what he did to solidify the fourth line, he was a fourth line center all year, and that line was extremely consistent regardless of what wingers he had, whether it was Okposo, whether it was Lomberg, whether it was Gadovich. But what he did on the PK to help Florida's penalty kill go from bottom half of the league last year, where they lost the Stanley Cup final, where they got shelled by the power play, whether it was Boston, whether it was the Vegas in the final, whether it was Carolina, their penalty kill was struggling.
Right.
Last year, one of the best in the league, a penalty kill in game 7 that led to the game-winning goal the penalty kill in game 7, not that led to the game-winning goal, but the one in the second period where like Forsling broke his stick and Stenlund was out there with no stick for like 90 seconds and they killed off the Edmonton power play, which was so epically good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a tough spot to fill. Obviously, you lose guys like Ekman Larson and Montour on your back line.
Yeah.
2 of your top 4. That's going to be tough to fill. But I've got the utmost confidence in this front office.
Yeah.
Whether it's Bill Zito and his staff, they know this team.
They've earned that.
They've earned it
from day one. As you said, they changed the culture with the first moves they brought the contracts that Zito has got his top guys, whether it's Barkov, Kachuk, Reinhart, Lundell, Forsling, all team-friendly deals that allows them to build and to get the depth right.
It's a long-term deal. This whole thing that you're seeing right now is built for long-term. It's not built, like the Marlins did it.
No, it's not a one and done.
Yeah,
not a one-hit wonder.
And so it's really cool. I'm really excited because of that.
Yeah.
But I always wonder because, like, we all know the stars. Like, and I'm an amateur at watching hockey, right? So I know the stars. But there's guys, when you talk about the second, third, and fourth rotations, that have been very important. And those are the guys that kind of are the backbone of continuation of what your stars do. And I always wonder what guys, so I'll look to see who they brought in and how, what impact they're going to make.
What, because they got Drieger back. He's going to be backing up Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Or is Spencer Knight, is there a chance that he can win that job? Or is it definitely going to be Drieger? Are they still slow rolling Spencer Knight? Where does that situation stand?
I believe heading into camp, I think that the backup job is Knight's to lose, to be honest.
Really?
He was they had him at the AHL last year to kind of get back into the routines and the feeling of pro hockey after, he stepped away the year before into the players assistance program. But he came back from his OCD issues. He's back locked in. And the second half of last year, particularly the last 6 to 8 weeks of the season, he was lights out in the AHL. So if he can continue on that path, there's no reason to think that he can't pick up right up where he left off 2 years ago, backing up Bob, kind of ascending in his career. I think that's the plan. Drieger, there's obviously a lot of familiarity there.
Mm-hmm.
They know they can trust him. So you have that as your kind of 2-3 insurance policy, as we've seen in the last couple of years. Having that third goalie can be very important to a team. 2 years ago, Alex Lyon, if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't even have gotten into the playoffs, let alone the Stanley Cup final.
Right.
So I think that's the plan for now. Spencer Knight, he's still considered one of the top goalie prospects in the world. So you've got to give him some runway and see if he's going to grow into what a lot of people down here think he still will be.
It's a period of time where we're so used to in sports seeing things happen right away. Oh, high draft pick. He's the next can't miss. I know baseball's slow, but football and basketball, they expect it to happen now. How's that in hockey? Do you have a period of time? Is there a 26, 27 for these 20-year-olds that come into the league, or do they expect it a little quicker?
It's a small fraction of guys that they think can step in right away after being drafted. That it's very few and far between. Usually a guy is going to go to the minors for a year or two, kind of learn the pro game. If it's a guy that's coming from international, it's a completely different game playing overseas than it is playing in North America. So you've got to learn different ice size, different styles, and things like that. It's not often where a guy will get picked first overall, like a Connor McDavid or a Connor Bedard, and step right into the NHL team, like Sasha Barkov did here famously and quite well. But it's not very often that it happens in hockey. It's not quite as slow of a process as baseball, where it seems like it takes years for a guy to make it up there. But yeah, it's definitely not the same kind of demands that you see.
Is goalie a little bit different too?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think goalies and defensemen, it's a bit harder. Defensemen, it's the hardest to kind of get to that level from an amateur level, I think. Goaltending is a little bit different because size comes into matter. But yeah, it's those are the two that I think is the hardest to get into.
Speaking of young guys, we were talking to Anton Lundell earlier. What's his next step? 22 years old, already a champion. Everybody thinks the world of him. What do you like? Are there goals that are super lofty for him this upcoming year? Is it a slow step up for him? What do you think it could be expected from him?
Well, it's an interesting situation with Lundy because, as you said, he's been in the league 3 years now. He's won a Stanley Cup, and he's one of the best young centers considered in the league. He's a very good two-way player. But Florida's so deep down the middle. We got Barkov on the top line. You got Sam Bennett on the second line. So he's really stuck in that third line spot, regardless of how good of a season he has and how high his ceiling might be, because you don't want to move him away from center. Having a good two-way center that can score is not an easy thing to find in this league. And right now the Panthers have one of the best, and they're developing another one. Mm-hmm. So I think the ceiling is very high for Lundell, even on that line, because him and Eetu Luostarinen, they played together the last 2 years, and they play really well together. I think Eetu is one of the more underrated guys in this team. So Lundell, I mean, for somebody being as young as he is, already have 3 years of experience, and to be doing it at center, which is the hardest position to play as a forward. I'm very excited to see just where his career builds, and he's going to be here for a while. He signed that big deal.
Little Finland is taking over. That's how it's going. Before we get you out of here, David Dwork does a fantastic job. Boots on the ground, covering the Panthers day in and day out, and does a great job with our boy Roy Bellamy over there, the hockey show. Go check out the boys. They were here today getting some great interviews, so go check out their work as well. In this Eastern Conference, it was they're now the hunted. They've gone there. Is there somebody you think is their biggest rival, or a couple of teams that you think are going to be the biggest threat to dethrone them this year?
Well, there's always going to be challenges from within the division, because you've got Toronto, who looks on paper like they improved this offseason and they were already a good team. You got Tampa, who's always a thorn in the Panthers side. They'll always find a way to be good. But honestly, like the team I'm watching in the East this year, the most is the team they played in the conference final last year, and that's the New York Rangers. That's a team that's built top to bottom. They've got arguably the best goalie in the league right now. No knock on Bob. Like Bob and Iggy, they're both amazing Russian goaltenders. One generation behind the other though, because I'm sure Shesterkin was watching Bob play when he was a young boy.
Punk kid.
So, but yeah, I mean, the East is tough, even beyond the Rangers. Carolina's a good team. You never know what Pittsburgh's gonna have cooking in our own division. Detroit's up and coming. Ottawa's a team that some people are looking at this year. So,
I want to ask you one thing with Bob too. Being his birthday's in a couple days, is there any concern of like, do they got a maintenance? I know he loves to play, so he's not gonna. This is not a conversation he probably likes to have. But is there any maintenance program they should have with him? 2 long seasons in a row. Maybe take it easy with him on the regular season, or at his age, only a couple years left on this deal before he probably rides off into the sunset. Like, do you just ride him like he's a champion now?
Well, I think what you saw last year is kind of what they'd like to do moving forward with him, which is have him start around 50 to 55 games. Last year was great because both Bob and Stolarz were healthy the entire way. And Stolarz was spectacular. He didn't have to play your typical backup games where he's playing on the second night of a back-to-back or maybe against the lesser team. They were so confident with their goaltending that they could roll both guys out last year. But with Bob, he's like one of the, if not the hardest worker in the NHL. His workouts are legendary. He's in amazing shape. And if it was up to him, he'd play every day, every game. And the Panthers have to kind of limit his time. But I think they'll continue to do that just because he's in such amazing shape. You don't often see goaltenders in their mid to late 30s playing at a high level, let alone at a championship level. But Bob's a whole nother beast. That we knew that when they signed that deal, that he's one of the few guys that could play into their late 30s and still maintain that level because of his work ethic. So I don't think there's a concern that he's going to fall off. I think the team wants to keep him as, I don't want to say like caution, but they just want to, keep him fresh because they're expecting these long playoff runs. So, I think 50 to 55 games is like the target area. And then between Spencer Knight and Drieger, I think they're pretty confident.
David Dwork, go follow his work. Go check out the hockey show with him and Roy Bellamy. They got some great content coming your way as well. They are both boots on the ground for every Panthers game. Great coverage those guys do locally for the team. Thanks, appreciate the time, buddy. Great seeing you.
Thank you for having me. Hi, Marcos.
Oh, acknowledge you.
Yeah, you see. Look at my box too. Look
I
at
can't come on without saying hi. That's
Well,
come on.
Small, tiny box.
The smallest
Yes.
box on here and everything. They're trying to keep me. I'm not
Hey,
a championship.
I'm an OG small box guy. So from one to another, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
We'll take a break. More to come here on the show after this.
Join Hawk and Crowder weekday afternoons at 2 for some of South Florida.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Let's get to some headlines here, brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock, like the Tiguan, the Taos, and the Atlas. Remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. I'm not going to lie, the lightning storms behind me still trip me out with the cameras going on.
It's the cameras.
We are here live from Florida Panthers Media Day. We have already talked to the man himself. Look, no disrespect to any of the other players. There's only one man I came here to talk to today.
That's right.
And that was
David
Sergei
Dwork.
Bobrovsky. Yeah, that's right. David Dwork. You're
sorry.
right.
Yes.
David Dwork, who it was also fantastic. That's why we get him in for the hockey insight. We always appreciate David and when he gives us some time. But no, we got to talk to Sergei Bobrovsky today. We had Anton Lundell and his great hair, and of course Swaggy, my guy, who I did not send to the Yotes, but I thought about sending to the Yotes.
Okay.
This guy,
get away with this
guy. He hypnotizes us during these interviews and makes us forget all the trash.
I'm very charming. I've told you this many times. You always ask, how do I get out of trouble? And the answer is, I'm charming.
So
He gets so into his zone where he tries to be professional.
Yep.
We forget his antics.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
He's good.
He got me twice. One with Kyle Lowry, and now this one.
Can you please fix your headphones?
What's
Who,
wrong
me?
with his headphones?
You're gonna break them.
Who?
You?
You.
No, I'm
What's
not.
wrong with them?
Do
Oh,
you
because
not-
they were two on the forehead?
No, because here's why. Can I just tell you why?
Why?
I never put my ear all the way on it because it's too loud. So I always leave a little bit of ear out like that.
Well, he can fix the levels.
No, but it's not. It's just it's always loud to me. I do it when we're in the studio. Tobin, how low is my?
Very low.
I turn it off.
Very low.
Yeah, so that's why.
What am I supposed to do with Ben Simmons news in the offseason?
Ben Simmons.
Like when they say Ben Simmons is again making a comeback and
Making a comeback.
Yeah.
How are you making a comeback? You still getting paid? You actually never left.
I mean, like they think he's gonna be, he's gonna have
You
a
know
good
what?
season
You know
this
what?
year.
You know what a comeback is?
When's the last time he had a good season?
Can I say this? You know what a comeback is? When you was making 25, 30 million a year, and then you go to making the exception, and then you go back to making 20, 30 million a year. That's a comeback. It ain't a comeback if you've been making 30 million every year. I mean, basically, like, I mean, the bill is due.
Ben Simmons last was an all-star in 2021.
Oh.
That was the year that they lost to the Hawks. And remember, he refused to dunk.
There we go.
Oh.
Ooh.
Then he had the year he just completely held out with a back injury.
Yep.
Then he went to Brooklyn. He was in the James Harden trade, played 42. Last year, he only played 15 games, and everybody told me he was going to play last year.
Like, can I just say this? Let it go.
Chris Brickley, who is Jim, he's a skill. He's the guy with the tats right there, Leroy, intangibles.
Oh my goodness. I might lose a tooth.
He says Ben is healthy, moving very well. He is better now than his all-star seasons. I've never co-signed a player that didn't prove it when their season started. Trust me on this one.
Yeah, I don't know. Dude.
I don't know, dude. I don't know if I'd stake my claim to that. I just got to be honest with you, Chris. Best of luck to you.
Chris Brickley is the coach of all the.
He does a lot of the star. He coaches. Like honestly, I think he burst on. I'm pretty sure Jimmy was like his first breakout guy, but now he does everybody. Everybody does those Instagram shoots. And Jaime worked with him a little bit this offseason. LeBron and Bronny, there were videos of them working out. So he's credentialed. Everybody does like working out with him.
Right.
But I mean, staking your reputation on Ben Simmons. I mean, dude. That's a big ask.
There's a whole bunch of fire GMs who did that same crap.
There was a rumor over the weekend that Jimmy Butler was looking at the Brooklyn Nets because his agent is now representing Ben Simmons, or he started representing him last year, and that he's been so pleased with how the Nets have treated Ben
Would you
Simmons.
say the nuts?
Did I say the nuts?
Yeah.
I
seems-
don't think I heard that.
I don't think I said that, but if whatever. They could be the Brooklyn Nuts.
Might as well be.
But he the Nets people there were saying,
I
well,
didn't even remember what team he played for. The Nets?
yeah, he plays for the
Okay.
Nets.
All right.
But it was said that because the Nets have treated Ben Simmons so well that when Jimmy Butler is in the free agent sweepstakes this summer, that his agent is so impressed with them that he's going to steer Jimmy there.
Hey, let me break this down for you. Okay. If Jimmy gonna be a free agent, he ain't gonna make it. You hear me?
What do you mean he's not going to make it?
He ain't gonna make it to free agency.
You
If they not gonna keep him here, he ain't gonna make it.
Oh, you mean they're going to trade him?
Yeah,
The Heat will trade him by the deadline.
absolutely.
Okay. Oh,
So
I can't rule that out,
it ain't gonna never get to that point.
but he would still be a free agent at the end of the year
Yeah,
if he
yeah.
wanted to opt out.
Right.
If he wanted to opt out.
Right.
But he says that he is opting out of the last year of his Heat deal, no matter. That was not said from Jimmy Butler, but it was put to Shams around draft time, and
Because they wouldn't extend him.
because they wouldn't give him that sweetener year, and so then
It's an interesting, like, I understand the player always wanting to get the money,
Mhm.
right? And I'm not even saying that anything's wrong with that. I'm really not. But you could tell at the end of the year how annoyed Pat Riley was about just not having his guys available. And so from that standpoint, like, I understand why Pat did what he did.
Mhm.
So is this kind of, look, everybody's right for fighting for what they want. But at the same time, I think they are paying him. You want them to give you additional monies when the main complaint was you didn't play enough games.
right.
That's a hard pill to swallow. And Pat don't care.
He doesn't care.
Pat doesn't
He'll hose
care.
down anybody.
Right. So
He'll hose down anybody. But the reason I was for it was because I thought that Jimmy Butler, first of all, I thought he outperformed his contract. I thought, I didn't just look at it as, oh, Jimmy Butler had a tough year injury wise. Like, it happens. It
does. Was that what it was though?
Was it what? Like that?
Well, finally it was an injury.
I do think, look,
but I'm
I
talking
just-
about the other stuff. See, because
I
you can't
understand-
control injuries.
I know.
And so while you playing this, I'm gonna rest and do this and get
Totally
ready for the
bought into his own
playoffs.
bull bleep too much.
And right. So
But you don't think as a like
if you're paying that, Tobin, if you bought something and you're paying somebody
Mhm.
and that's what you got, and that guy asked you to pay him more money, you say no.
But here's the thing with him, and you know that he misses games. You knew that when you signed him as a 28-year-old. That was the thing with Jimmy Butler, that Jimmy Butler's going to miss 15 games a year. Once you get to a point where it's been an unbelievable success with him, don't you doesn't he have a right to be like, hey, I'm the biggest reason you guys have still this look of elite franchise and all that type of stuff. And I'm not saying other stuff doesn't have a role in it. Spo, Bam, the way they've developed undrafted guys, all that type
Right.
of stuff. They've done other great.
Right.
But even Pat Riley said in that same press conference he was pissed at him.
He's the needle mover.
He's the needle mover. He's the guy. He's
Okay,
the star.
But again, so look at it from a Pat and an organizational standpoint. You want to play, you're not going to give me any guarantees that you're going to play 70 games, but you want us to pay you, another 60 million.
Well, now he's done with that.
Okay.
He
that's
said that was
fine.
the discount.
Again, you think Pat going to flinch?
Again, nothing that he said. I should clarify. He has not said this, but this is just
You're just assuming.
this is what the report was, that he is not.
And you think Pat,
that offer's not on the table from Jimmy's side
You
anymore.
think Pat gonna flinch at that?
No.
Okay. Because here's what Pat has on his mind.
Mhm.
And I don't know this for sure, but I'm just thinking of what I have on my mind. If we had won 3 more games and had guys play 5 more games, we would have been a 2 seed.
I agree. It was a totally fit.
So how you can't end the season like that, and then I go and have to explain to my bosses
Mhm.
that we're gonna give these guys additional money.
Yeah, and I think there's other things with Jimmy that they've worn thin on.
He's old.
Like old. I mean, 35's not old, you know. Like it's
Tim Thibodeau. Oh, not Thibodeau.
Tim's
Thibodeau.
35.
Yeah,
It's like a leap year.
Yeah, look at what happened to the last Tim's guy we had here, Luol Deng.
Oh, well, look, the metric. I will say, I believe in Jimmy P, but the metrics of him driving to the hoop and all those shots was not the same last year. There are numbers that suggest is he starting to decline.
So,
however,
no,
Jimmy P.
Okay, no, that's.
But let's get back to the real root of this.
Okay.
Do we really believe that Ben Simmons is going to be the root of Jimmy Butler going anywhere?
No,
I can't believe that.
That sounds like that's almost criminal for somebody to tell me. When you look at me and tell me I'm going to the New York Nets because they have Ben Simmons.
Also, like
nobody in this league would take you serious.
What would your agent be like? Hey, Jimmy, they've been really great to Ben Simmons. If I'm Jimmy Butler, I'm like, why? Because they haven't sent a collections agency after him. Like, how have they treated him?
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, I don't know, man. Cats, they got me basking right now. No drama with the Cats right now.
Yeah, no drama.
Oh man. Oh, by the way, there's some more media news today. The big media news: Woj retired, stepped away. Although I thought it was a great point by Chef Trilly today, who was one of the top heat tweeters out there, who said, why couldn't he retire a year sooner before all the Damian Lillard nonsense carrying that water? It's well put. He could have walked away before he helped Cronin get him to the damn Milwaukee Bucks. But apparently ESPN will talk to Shams and Chris Haynes to see who will be their next insider. So there you go. That's
isn't Chris Haynes already there?
No, he works for Turner. Or did
okay.
He did work for Turner. I guess they're both free agents according to the reports. Anyway, we'll take a quick break. Get to a little 15 minutes of game day on Center. Dolphins getting set for the Seattle Seahawks. Skylar's limit time, baby. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody.
I call this the cartoon group because all their videos are cartoons, right?
And Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Let's get to 15 minutes of game day uncensored, which is brought to you by the Lexus RX, the luxury SUV for those who never want to lose their edge. Experience amazing at your local Lexus dealer. Cat for Life asks, Tobin, thoughts on Jaelan Phillips' letter to the fan base? That was pretty, I felt bad about it. I feel, Jaelan Phillips, a guy who definitely wears his emotions out there and has obviously been going through a lot. I guess he wasn't pleased with his last game, which, listen, if I beat Science week 1, I'd be like, you guys.
That's why you aren't a competitor.
Fair point. He said this was the thing that he wrote for on his Instagram. Says, I have to work really hard to not attach my self-worth and confidence to how I perform on the field. When I have a poor or even just subpar performance, I feel like I'm worthless. Like I let my team down and the fans down, and often my confidence can waver. The self-hatred and doubt can be so heavy in those moments. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever pull myself out of it. It takes a concentrated effort to change my way of thinking in these moments and to see failure and adversity as a learning experience instead of the end of the world. I pick my head up and I fall back into routine and discipline, which are the only things that matter. It's all about process, not the results. It's so much easier to spiral and self-deprecate, but nothing good is ever easy. Keep chopping wood. Things will get better. You can do it, and believe in yourself and trust God. That was Jaelan Phillips.
That is for one of the things that used to really drive me crazy about fans, right? You could have a mistake, have a bad play, or even a bad game. Like their lives are so friggin' perfect, they never make mistakes. And then when I would get when I was done with football, and I would go somewhere and somebody would say to me, oh, it's my first day, or like, why should I give a damn? Right? You didn't give a damn when I was on my first day. Me and you get into it all the time about young players coming in and playing, like having to go through a process that we all have to go through with a new job. So I think you can be upset. There's nothing wrong with that. But the anger and the comments that go after players for making mistakes, like, I don't care how much money you get paid. It's still, those guys are getting paid too. So every play, think about this. If you're succeeding, that player's failing and his fan base is booing him. If he make a play on you, your fans booing you. Like, imagine having to live that every single play, every single day. Nobody has to live like that.
Right.
So you can be upset, but some of the attacks on players or young men for not having success right away or having a bad play or making a mistake, like these pompous asses sitting in the stands have been perfect their whole life, drives me crazy.
Pompous asses is a great description.
But it is. Like, how can you do that? How can you drop that? Like, what Saquon Barkley had to go through to show how sorry he was or whatever. Like, I get it. It was a big play. Nobody catches every ball. Now, I will say this. It was at the worst time, right?
He's probably caught more of those balls than anybody.
Right, and he said it. The game would have probably been over if I had caught that ball.
The whiff.
Right. So, like, yeah, but
this is why I'm always
to see this letter does this. You think you yelling at a player puts more pressure on him than he puts on himself?
Right.
This man,
he's going home and he's
coming right. Right.
He beat Science.
Right. You got, like, I don't think people
beating yourself up, not beating Science.
No, but he also beat himself up, but he shouldn't. He beat Science.
Exactly.
And this is why I'm very.
You manage. Can I just tell you?
Leroy's out here.
I go on a rant and try to tell people like why, and just try to help them understand certain things, right? And then you go,
he's trying to help you understand
here comes the clown.
This is why I'm very.
It's like, listen, it's like you go to a fair and the guy's putting his mouth in his head in the mouth of an alligator, and then you just go over the alligator doing cartwheels.
This is why I'm very diligent about when I unleash TTL. Only for certain cases do you unleash TTL. I'm not a meanie. I'm not a bully.
Verhaeghe.
Yeah, but that was the right time.
No, because they ended up in the cup, right? So you take responsibility for that. So you're telling me that he didn't like you had to threaten him.
That's the reason why these letters come out.
But I'm just like, and you know what? And the funny thing about it is, nobody feels bad about that. Like I read that letter, I read that letter, and I feel like nobody on this earth should feel that bad about having a bad day.
Seriously.
And that's what fans do to people.
Especially a game 3 days notice after you just
Right.
got back from an Achilles injury.
Right.
And that,
Right.
I wish Eichenberg felt that way. I'm like, why is Jaelan Phillips in this?
And here we go.
Here goes number right
Here
behind.
we go
Come on,
again.
dude.
Here we go again.
And poor Eichenberg's like,
Right.
well,
We
another
still
bad
got to
game.
wait. We still got to get you to mute your mic or turn on your mic or hit something every day, and you're sitting there going after
Channel
Eichenberg.
3, huh?
Channel 3, and you still like, oh my god.
Listen, we can all lash out at our flaws here, all right?
Point is, I commend Jaelan Phillips for putting this out there.
Look,
and
sweet and smoking. Here you go. Here you go. A little less writing, no more sacking.
It just nice letter there, JP. Go get Geno Smith this week, huh?
He even put that letter out there, and he captioned it. I know someone out there will feel this. Love yourself and never give up. He was even trying to be selfless all at the same time. And you guys are out here.
Like I get it. I understand that all the time. I just and what we also have to understand is everybody handles things differently. But the vitriol and the anger comes the same way. Like you don't think you're dealing with individuals. You just think you're dealing with athletes who get paid a lot of money. That's it.
There's a human there.
Schmeathan is ruthless.
What?
Yeah.
Glad we got Shakespeare rushing the quarterback. You're
like, dude.
That's who Mike McDaniels was.
-1. Ty Surge says, why does Tobin go at Eichenberg but criticizes us for going at Drew Smith on the Heat? Very good question.
Had a good
Very
point.
Good question. Very good question. Here's why. Liam Eichenberg, high draft pick. Expectations.
What is that again?
Let me explain. Let me explain.
just had the
I'm going to
conversation.
explain. I'm going to explain.
Oh my goodness.
Drew Smith, it's like bullying. He is the literal last guy on the roster, and he barely plays. And you all think that he is the bane of the Heat's existence. Like he's the reason for the downfall. That Drew Smith going out there with his 6 minutes on the season, the poor bastard tore his ACL, and you're all sitting here being like, oh, can't believe this mother bleeper's back here. He didn't do anything.
That's the point. He didn't do anything.
Wait. So after the letter, and after all this, your reasoning for feeling the way you do about Liam Eichenberg is because someone else drafted him high.
Well, because
what does that have to do with him?
It's a good question. It's a a fair question. Because he's a high draft pick.
No, but it's not his fault. Here, if somebody offered to pay you a lot of money, are you gonna take it or are you gonna say no, I should be a third round or fourth round pick?
But here's the thing. I gotta get used to the kitchen because there's gonna be a lot of heat. That's just how it's gonna be. Even if it's on somebody else's mistake. And especially if that person's like, you know what, Doug? You're not doing really great. Because here's been Liam Eichenberg.
Quit while you're ahead. No, stop.
Here's been Liam Eichenberg. Liam Eichenberg has been put on every position on the line. And it would be like if I got hired, it'd be like, you know what, Doug? You're not really great at finance, but we're going to put you over in marketing. Doug, you really screwed the pooch with that ad campaign. But you know what? We're going to go and we're going to put you in communications. And, you messed that up. All right, here's what we're going to do, Doug. We're gonna try something else. How about deliveries? And if it's Liam Eichenberg, like the truck will break down.
There's no way you can believe this. I'm listening to you and
unreal.
All I heard was Liam Eichenberg and the truck breaking down.
Yeah.
Because how you tie those two together made no sense whatsoever.
You know where you should have expectations?
No.
The Prize Picks.
Oh my goodness. Listen, I got a new plan this week. Okay. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. All you have to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. In addition, look, they got a little deal right now. If Caleb Williams gets 1 yard passing, that gets you an automatic win every football weekend in September. So you still have 2 weeks, so you only have to pick 5 winners. Guess what I'm doing this week?
What are you doing?
I got a feel for what the first 2 weeks were. I'm going over on some running backs, under on quarterbacks. Nobody's throwing for 300 yards. Nobody's throwing for 250. So I'm going to get a nice little thing right there. But I already got Caleb Williams, so I only got to pick 5 more.
There you go. So you're going to go more or less with that?
Here's all you got to do. Download the Prize Pick app today and use code WQAM and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code WQAM. And you don't even have to win to get the $50 bonus. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for more details.
Rats off a ship.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back.
Conch fritter. It's like chewing gum.
Love a conch fritter.
No, you don't.
That's
It's chewy.
Overselling it. I don't love them, but I'll peruse. You know,
I'm not a conch guy.
see when you said with shucking, the thing that I always remember, like I remember going on my honeymoon. I remember them taking the conch, like went to Senor Frog, my wife and I, and they were
I used to have one of those in Cleveland.
rip the conchs out.
Yeah, rip them out and just eat them. They used to
Yeah.
put salt on them and eat them
That
right
was
there.
good. I enjoyed
Right.
that. Sorry, Marcos. I know you don't like us eating your kind.
No, it's fine. I mean, Senor Frog's family business. Family business for sure.
People get toasted at Senor Frog. What do we got today, Jennifer, for Rats Off a Ship?
Right. Well, number one, we have the Dolphins.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Just like that, huh?
Just like that.
Just like
Plain and
that.
simple. Mhm.
I'm not Rats Off a Ship. I think they can weather the storm.
We got time.
We got time. It's week going into week 3. Long trip. But and the Seahawks are off to a 2-0 start. But the Patriots gave them all they can handle.
Yeah.
Come on, Skylar. You can beat Jacoby Brissett. Let's get this going, baby. We got a little insight.
I'm not rats off a ship, but here's what you have to understand. Everybody is going to have to make some adjustments, including the coaching staff, including the defense, including the players. They might have to play a little bit more. And if you see that, then you know they can get through this stretch. But if everybody tries to do the same damn thing, then there's going to be a problem. Because doing the same thing got you beat by a dump truck by, Buffalo.
What a nightmare that day it was.
Everybody's going to have to pick up the slack. That's what you do when one of your leaders or one of your star players is down.
Mm-hmm.
And so that means that Tyreek and Waddle might have to play a little more because they need to know, the quarterback needs to know they're going to be where they're supposed to be.
Yep.
Maybe the defense has to put a little more heat on old face puncher. Who's actually been playing pretty good. So I'm not going to even say that. He actually been playing good.
The face puncher? Who's the
got punched in the face?
Who got punched in the face?
Geno
Smith.
Smith.
Oh,
Geno Smith.
Sucker punch.
So, yeah.
Gotta watch, see if they're running.
They're gonna be tough.
They got
they're gonna be tough. They're gonna be physical.
DK
Metcalf, he's
a moose.
He's a moose that can run. So, it's football.
Yeah.
But I'll know what they look like in the first 5 minutes of the game. Because I'll see what adjustments, what are they trying to do differently offensively, what they're trying to do, defensively, they might have to try to get the offense more opportunities, right? Offensively, you might have to, you had an elite run game, but did you have an elite run game because you got Tyreek and Waddle out there?
Yeah.
So lean on it.
JFig,
Lean on your running game a little more.
Where are your rats?
I'm not rats off a shit, but that's just wrong. It's too early in the season.
All right. Frog Boy?
I agree. It's early in the season, but there are some people who have said Mike McDaniel can't get it done. There's some people
already
who have
Who's
said
some people.
Oh, there's people. Oh,
Is it you?
People are saying that?
Oh,
Is it
there's
you? Is it
people.
the
Isn't
same
it these
people
people
that
that
Tobin
boy
people,
makes?
dude.
I can't dismiss that people have said that.
People have been saying old Four Eyes too soft. But not me. I don't say that. Not me.
All right.
So
All right.
no, not
the rats remain strong on this ship.
Mm-hmm.
What's number 2, Jennifer?
Shohei Ohtani getting 50-50.
Well,
He had his 40th home run last night.
48.
48th.
What did I say?
40th.
Oh, my bad. 48th home run last night in the Marlins.
It'd be much tougher to hit 10 more home runs in 12 games. 2.
Although,
I don't know what I said.
although can't say he can't do it. All he doing is batting.
Yeah. I did see a dude eat it yesterday diving after that baseball.
Oh.
Because that's going to be a baseball worth a little something. That's going to be worth.
So you think people are going to go to the game just to catch that baseball?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh no, I saw a dude eat it yesterday. He was
What's more important, the 50th home run or the 50th stolen base?
Well, the
Because
base
people have hit 50 home runs. But the 50-50 is the part that hasn't been done.
It's the
base.
It's the base.
So you ain't getting nothing.
But he needs the ball too. No, you need them both. You need them. They're both going to go to Cooperstown.
They'll give you the base though.
Oh yeah, he's going to get the.
But you don't. Do you need the ball?
Yeah, you need the ball. You need the ball, dude.
What if he hits 51?
50.
Okay.
I think 50 is the one.
I mean, I can't figure out how is he so.
Here's the guy.
Oh,
wow.
Look at that.
Do it again.
All that to not end up with the foot.
Really, Jennifer?
I
He
wanna
ended
see
up
that.
not getting it.
Do it again.
Nah, he didn't get it. This
Oh,
guy
no.
did. This guy right there. He ended up with it.
Yeah, so
Actually,
that's a good rule of thumb there.
Man.
some lady she didn't even leave her seat.
Stumbling over the kids.
She's
Stumbling over the kids.
lady's wearing the cane shirt. She's just like, I got the baseball.
A lady that didn't
Guys-
even leave her seat.
Good for that kid. He held his own.
He did hold it on. The kid's like, hey, dummy, you didn't get it either.
Wow.
Said move.
I do think they have some of the coolest uniforms. I like that blue, that royal blue.
Dodgers.
They've
Yeah.
been coming up with
I believe it's
so
called
much.
Dodger Blue.
Yeah, no, I think that's the thing.
They have their own blue. Anyway,
Stay hydrated, champ. There
Huh.
you go. Yeah, I think that's what they call it.
Dodger Blue.
not rats off a ship. Seems
DodgerBlue.com.
completely doable.
Yeah. I hope he does it here. At least the fans that go to the games and get to
They
see
get, they
something.
get something.
Yeah.
Get something
They get
out of it.
something.
Yeah.
What about you, Jennifer?
No, I'm not rats off a ship.
Uh-oh.
Seems with
Can you
got a
stop
bowl
doing
or
that?
something.
little snacks.
Yeah.
Got some snacks.
You're
Like some
Uh,
kind of pasta or
There you
something.
go.
I
Pasta.
We're-
got it from somewhere here.
Froggy, where are you with Shohei Ohtani?
I'm rats off a
Rats off a
ship, dude. No way he does it, because if there's one thing the Miami Marlins know how to do, and it's ruin baseball. So
So they'll just walk him for the
we'll
rest of the
fi-
series
as
so
long
he don't
as-
do it here.
We'll find some way to ruin it, dude. We know how to do that.
Wow.
No way he gets it done in SoFlo.
What else you got, JFig?
Well, somebody is getting sued.
Oh,
thievery.
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 Wow.
They finally
Who's
caught
getting
me.
sued?
Miley Cyrus.
What?
Apparently for stealing flowers from Bruno Mars. The song, by the way.
Whoa,
Wow.
Really?
Hold on.
Yeah.
No, that's
Wow.
not fair, though.
But I feel like this is old news. Didn't this wasn't this the whole thing when the song
Maybe
was
it just
actually
came up to it.
released?
Maybe it's just coming to
Maybe it's just
court.
getting to court.
Way,
Oh.
though.
I don't know.
I feel like that's not. I feel like it was an ode to the song. Like, obviously, it quoted it, but rappers do that all the time.
I feel like it was also acknowledged when she released the song.
Yeah, but here's the other thing.
Oh.
damage is done though.
Damages.
The thing is that it ain't
Damage
about
is
that.
done.
It's about that money.
That
money.
money.
That money?
Yeah, you
Damn
can't
that
have a hit
money.
song that you took from somebody else. You just can't.
Says it could come with
Because
a-
there's been plenty of songs that have been redone 3, 4, 5 times.
You definitely know about that.
You gotta
Yeah.
give that. You gotta give that money uncut.
She look. You know what I see the first time I see Miley Cyrus? Go down.
Don't do it.
Them teeth.
Don't do it.
She looks like a beaver.
Huh?
Look, it looked like she put.
She looks like a beaver.
She looked like she put 4 teeth, like 4 big teeth, and you can't see none of her other teeth. Right? Look, the side teeth don't even show up.
Now you're teeth shaming.
I'm not teeth shaming. Look,
You're
it looked like she put a
no.
tooth clip in. She looked like she put a teeth clip in.
Wow.
Right? Like just
Yeah.
clipped on some teeth. My teeth are horrible. I'm gonna clip on these nice white teeth. 4 of them.
Leroy.
Too much. I'm rats off a ship. I don't like lawsuits.
I don't like lawsuits, but I don't like thievery either.
That's true.
Was it
I don't like
thievery,
thievery.
though? Are we officially accusing you of
Rats
thievery?
off a ship.
That's why they're in court.
Yeah, you're right. That's why they're in court.
Mm.
Maybe just maybe she didn't ask for it.
The blurred lines people, they lost, right? Didn't they lose?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, to Marvin Gaye?
Yeah.
Not is it Marvin Gaye
I
or
think it
is
was Marvin Gaye.
yeah.
Marvin Gaye's estate loves to sue.
Yeah, because everybody like you go back to that time, you see how
But they didn't win. Did they win against Sharon? Didn't they try and sue Sharon too?
I don't know. Here's the problem. Let me tell you the problem is. The problem is make your own damn music or acknowledge where you got the music from. Stop making old people music and trying to make it like you made it original. You didn't.
Unauthorized exploitation of the song.
Nah.
Right. So maybe they maybe they did a little workaround. No settlement. We get a little settlement here.
A little.
which they probably called and said, "Hey, we want to cut it at. You stole our song," and they say, "No, we didn't." Now you got to sue them for it.
Damn.
They know what they did.
Who do you bring in for that?
That's like Vanilla Ice. Dum 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 dum.
Way different, dude.
Way different. It's like, are you out of your mind?
JFig, where are your rats? Our music connoisseur.
I'm not rats off of shit, but I really don't see this going anywhere.
All
Really?
To be honest.
You think it's gonna get settled?
Frog Boy is a musical artiste yourself.
Who's a bigger artist, Bruno Mars or Miley
Ooh.
Cyrus?
Bruno. That's a good
I
question.
don't even think that's comparable though.
Bruno's
Why not?
done. He's done Super Bowl.
Super
halftime.
Bowl?
Yeah, that's already like that means you're big.
No,
Is that
what
what
you
you're
mean
putting-
it's not
Is that the
comparable?
bar?
What you're putting
I'm
as
not
a
here.
bar?
I'm not saying they're not both successful.
I didn't say that.
I'm saying who's bigger.
I think Miley's bigger. First of all, Miley was a monster TV star.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
I love
So we're
me
just
some
going
Hannah
straight
Montana.
fame, not better.
Straight
Okay.
fame.
I
I
also
would
feel like she's always been in the light. Like
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I would say
always
Miley
been in the
Cyrus is more
limelight, yeah.
famous.
Okay.
We're talking about
Bruno Mars
fame
is
for
better
sure.
musician.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
But
I can.
Miley
You know what? I can
Cyrus
actually
has
agree
her
with that.
chops too.
Great pipe, both great pipes though.
Great
Yes.
pipes. Yeah.
Let's see.
Pipes.
Is that I didn't say
No,
that.
that's what I said.
Okay.
Shame myself.
I was confused.
Marco says a musical artiste.
Yes.
Your rats?
I am rats off a ship.
Rats off a ship.
You guys should get together and talk about it. Keep this out of the courtroom.
They're both the same size too.
Yeah, you guys just have a face to face.
Now you're size shaming. too.
Bruno Mars and Miley Cyrus are the same size. Bruno's tiny.
We're probably all in the same realm.
And they both like that
Put myself there.
that Miami snow as well, right?
Bruno. I've heard some things.
Yep.
Do not include myself there.
Yeah.
I heard
I
he's
like,
also a gambler too, from what I hear.
Big grains falling.
Big grains.
what the hell is wrong with you, dude?
Number 4.
So there's a smelly penguin.
Wow.
But I don't really want to say its name.
Okay.
What's that?
I'm not doing it.
Okay.
But this smelly penguin is winning New Zealand's Bird of the Year award. Would you like to say the name?
Is that a hoy-ho?
I don't know.
Let me
I
see.
really don't want
The
to
hoy,
mispronounce
the
that.
hoy. Yeah, I guess that.
Hoy-ho.
Hoiho.
Hoy-ho.
Hoiho.
Okay. New
Wait.
Zealand doesn't have a better bird than the smelly penguin?
What does the smelly penguin look like?
I don't even know.
Because he's in New Zealand. Isn't that a
Eats its own feathers.
Yellow-eyed
Yellow-eyed.
bird. Yellow-eyed penguin. Eats its own feather. I'm rats off a ship. Stop
Oh,
eating your
that's-
feathers.
That's what he,
Stop eating your
Stop
feathers.
eating your feathers. That's a stupid
do you
bird.
bite your own nails?
Sometimes.
I don't eat it though.
Ah!
Boxed
Boxed in.
I'm not boxed in.
Boxed in.
I'm not bird of the year.
Boxed in. He said, "You're not boxed." He goes, "I'm not boxed in. I'm not going for bird of the year."
Where are your rats?
I'm like, it's New Zealand. I'm like, I'm not rats off the ship. I'm like, I don't like. I mean, look at him. It's okay.
What does he look like to you, birder? Does he look like a good target?
I'm so rats off a ship. It's a bird. And it smells.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why they got to be smelly.
Why do you gotta be
Rats off
smelly?
the ship.
Frog boy.
Looks kind of cool though. You know, like the yellow face, red beak.
Kind of adorable.
It's kind of warm where that penguin was too, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what,
A lot of penguins live in warm
That's probably
climates.
why it smells.
really.
maybe
know?
it's
Yeah,
giving
sweating.
a bad rap. We
But
don't know.
also,
you know what a hot fish smells like?
we shouldn't lose sight of the biggest bum penguin there is, which is the Pittsburgh Penguins, who can kiss the Panthers'
yes,
ass.
of course.
All right, all of you.
What kind
There's
of
only
penguin
one
is that?
champ around here, all right? And it ain't Sid the Kid.
Really, those are the smelliest penguins, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken. But no, I am not rats off a ship because it's an adorable penguin still, even though
All
it's smelly.
Give
Even
us
though
one
smelly-
more, Jennifer.
All right. The Canes covering
Ooh, what is that?
16.5 points
16
versus
16 and a half.
USF.
16 and a half.
16 and a half.
6
Against the Bulls.
and a half. So I think
I am not rats off a ship. I think that they can cover. I think they get out to a quick lead. What are the Bulls going to do? You can't attack the Canes running the football. If the Canes are out to a fast lead on you, I think I see competitive early, Canes pulling away in the second half and covering. Leroy?
I'm not right off a ship on this. I think they cover.
All right.
I just think it's going to be a tougher game than people think because they run the hell out of the ball, and sometimes it's just a contrast of game plans, right? Like you're a team that throws the ball and does a lot of running. They only run the football, so it's going to eat up a lot of the clock, and it won't be that the Canes aren't that much better than them. It's just going to mean they just don't have the time to pull away like that. That's it.
JFig?
Not routes off the ship.
All right. Frog Boy, you think the Canes cover?
Seems.
I do think the Canes cover. Cam Ward for Heisman. Not rats off the ship.
Wow. All right. He's good.
He is.
He is
good.
He is good. Tell you another place you want to be covered. The bedroom, dude.
Whoa!
That's why I want to tell you about my friends over at Blue Chew. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. And here's the great thing about it. It's an online service, all right? So no awkward conversations. You don't got to go to the doctors, no visits there. You don't have to go to the pharmacy. Just get shipped right to your door in a discreet package right there for you. Now you can chew it and do it. Plus, I got a special deal for our listeners out there. You guys can try Blue Chew for free when you use the promo code SHOWPONY.
ShowPony.
Thank you, football voice. ShowPony. You use that at checkout. You're paying just $5 for shipping, but you are getting your first month of Blue Chew for free using the promo code
ShowPony.
Oh, he's a little more disappointed in me there. So go to BlueChew.com today. Use the promo code ShowPony. You're getting your first month free. That's BlueChew.com. BlueChew.com. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM.
I'm just hungry.
Let's get to headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock like the Tiguan, the Taos, and Atlas. Remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. We were laughing during the break, Marcos, over a Tyreek Hill tweet.
Always entertaining.
He was commenting on there was it was one of these fake rumors that hits the Twitter mill. It was from NFL Rooms, and it says former Carolina Panthers QB Cam Newton was spotted at the Miami Dolphins practice per multiple reports. Unclear if he was talking to some teammates that were friends or what the reasoning was. And Tyreek Hill comments on the post. He goes, "This team already has too many kids."
Jeez. He would be the one to say that too.
He would be the one to say that. He's like, no one's gonna match me. I didn't know. Cam Newton has 8 kids. And he has said that he wants to. I think this was the thing that went viral pretty recently. He didn't. He has no desire to get married, but he does want a lot more kids. So there you go.
I remember Cromartie. Antonio Cromartie was a story back then that had a lot of children as well.
Oh yeah, with the Jets.
Yep,
Yeah.
he couldn't name all of them. That was the Hard Knocks viral moment.
Oh God, that's bad.
That's so bad.
That is bad. Says he has 14 kids. Wow.
My wife was watching this show. It's like about what are the people who help you back in pregnancy back in the midwives? Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Nurses who would help you deliver the baby.
Yep.
And it was like some high family, and they had 25 kids.
Whoa.
Oh, so they're just professional breeders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think at that point.
At some point, like
you're pregnant for 25
to
years.
go into retirement, that's pregnant for 25 years.
I know.
Yeah, for sure. No, you're like 9 months, and then you probably have a couple months of downtime. You're putting up good numbers.
That's your job. What do you say? You put up good numbers.
That's what
her purr is great.
9 months. You think about it. That's LeBron. That's LeBron's career. 9 months.
So
of
she
basketball.
she playing basically hockey, 25 years.
Pretty much.
Excellent career.
9 months.
Yeah. Idea of a third, I was like,
yeah,
a lot of coverage, you know.
A lot of coverage.
I don't know,
man-to-man defense. You got to go down zone. That's tough.
Yeah. I've heard going from 1 to 2 is really drastic, but someone mentioned going from 2 to 3 is like, you kind of get it. But,
yeah, I'm sure, but then again,
see, I don't know, because I already had, like, when I got into the mix, I already had one already over the, past all of the young, not sleeping stuff like that.
Yeah. But and you never know which kid has like more drama when they're.
That is true.
When they're
and one was a boy.
My son had it wasn't just even just the feeding, like you had to nebulize him, like because he had bad lungs when he was really little. So
his lungs work fine now.
Oh yeah.
Good for him.
That's good. Yeah.
I'm glad.
But anyway, we are here at Panthers Media Day. The champs, they're getting back to work. Practice tomorrow, preseason this weekend. We've had a fun show today. If you guys have missed any of the action, we got Sergei Bobrovsky coming for you later this hour. He joined us earlier. Him and I shared a moment. He stopped. He turned. He saw me in the hallway.
May or may not have
First
been
of all,
gas
Sergei's
maybe.
heart didn't stop when he saw
I
you.
think it did. I think it
like,
did.
what are you doing?
I'm telling you, it was a moment. We had a moment.
That didn't happen.
It's funny how your world works through your eyes
it's
and
like
your
telepathy.
world works through other
Maybe it was
people's
a
eyes.
like it's like a gas but,
Mental
like,
message of some sort.
Yeah,
I will say this, and this is the honest truth. Sergei talks to us, or especially you, unlike he talks to anybody else.
Yep.
Like he's not, he's just not that way.
You've given
But
him a safe space.
That's my guy.
A safe space.
Safe space.
Well, that's the funniest thing about it, man. Is like it started off so awkward the first time because when we started doing the Sergei Bobrovsky interviews, for those who don't know the story, he was he just got here, he signed the big deal, and we were doing mornings, and that was it. We were done. Leroy and I were doing 6 to 10, and then we were done. I didn't know like what that was like because I was always doing producing the mornings and then hosting in the midday. So I had all this time. So I'm like, I think I'm gonna go boots on the ground to some places. And we heard that. I heard that accent that first interview, that first press conference that day. I was like, I gotta go talk to that guy. And so I'm at the old Panthers practice facility, and Adeline, who is their PR person, she was totally accepting of the idea of like, hey, we'll talk to Bob, see if he's into it. And he was into it. He's like, yeah, I'll do some interviews. I just got here to Florida. Whatever, let's do it. And but he is, as people don't know about this, like he is diligent with his routine.
Yes.
He does things on his terms. Like he and the whole point when we were a morning show at the time, Marco. So the first idea was, he was going to come on. I was thinking, he'd call in at like 9:30 or something like that. And he goes, I'm like, yeah, so he goes, so when do you want to do these interviews? He's like, when do you want to do these interviews? I'm like, well, we're on in the morning and, like 9 o'clock-ish, 9:30. I was thinking, he goes, mornings, no good. And I was like,
okay, well,
okay. I was like, well, no biggie. Well, listen, I'll come in, we'll record it, and then we'll air it the next, the next day, whatever's on your terms. I don't want to push you, whatever. He goes, and he like just looks to the PR person. He looks to Alan, then he looks back at me, and he goes, uncomfortable.
It's like was that like his safe word?
He said that
to me.
Yes. Was that his safe word?
In front of me. I don't know. In the locker room, in the Panthers practice locker room. Uncomfortable.
Do you think he remembers that?
I don't know.
You know what? We have to ask him.
No, but he will. But I will say this: there's a lot of people ask the interview. He will always say yes to Tobin.
We weren't supposed to get him today.
Well, you possibly gave him a good response after that whole uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, nobody else wanted to talk to him.
And now he just.
Now it's to that.
Yeah.
We've come full circle.
You have.
Really? Are you bleeping kidding me?
What?
A grown man ain't gonna go to another grown ass man.
He turned around. He came to say hi. Give me a hug.
This is as far as it went.
Thank you for the congratulating me.
Yeah.
That's it.
But you don't realize that's a big deal for
no,
Russia.
it is. Yeah. Like it's like man, you could just tell he really likes Tobin. Tobin has supported him the whole time.
Yeah, and by the way, after that uncomfortableness,
I like him too. He made me a lot of money.
He did. He bastard.
Let's not bring that
The first interview that we did. Remember, I had to recreate the Bobrovsky because he was going into Russian saunas on Instagram, and so I put myself in a toga and a Russian sauna hat. And so the first interview that we had with him, I show him the picture. I said, "Hey, how do you think I did in recreating this?" And he goes, "This is you." And he was like, "That's not a hat that I have on." He goes, "That's a Russian teapot. It keeps the tea hot in there."
Oh.
So, but he's like, "I was just being silly. I was just being silly."
Wait. So he was cool with that.
Yeah,
but not cool.
As long as you let him work out on his terms, he's like, "I gotta work out." And as long as it's on his terms and his time, he is cool. But if you're messing with his morning routine, uncomfortable.
That's so funny. I wouldn't know how to respond.
Right.
What made it worse was I was there next to Dave Hyde, who I think was trying to get an interview with him too. So I'm being like humiliated in front of a legendary South Florida columnist.
Well, everybody has pretty much learned you go for the silly.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I even tried to see you sneak yesterday. Doug Blaken's like, you still got the goosies? And he's like, yes, I'm excited. But
I know that. That's why I miss Lomberg. Lomberg would bathe
it out there, dude.
Lomberg when he dropped the goosies galore.
I
know. You miss him?
Still hurts, yeah.
Not perusing around here, doing his thing.
And when I see him with another uniform, I'm gonna be devastated.
Yeah. We'll take a break here. Coming on up, we'll mix things up. Coming up next.
Got you cute.
It's Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Hey, join the WQAM on-air staff at Smoke on the Water in Weston for Whiskey Stars and Cigars on Wednesday, September 25th. Presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Enjoy fine whiskey, a good cigar.
You heard my note?
Sports talk.
Oh,
with the WQM on-air staff. And the Heat's Duncan Robinson. The Dunkyard Dog is going to be there. It's free to attend, but you need to RSVP at WQM.com, which will get you an invite and a complimentary cigar. You must be over 21. Drink responsibly. Come hang out with the WQM on-air staff. Whiskey Stars and Cigars, Wednesday, September 25th at Smoke on the Water in Weston, presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Official partner, the Main Man. There's no way better to help you flip your biz and cash out big than the Main Man. Go online to themainman.com. And sponsored by the injury law firm of Cohen and Judah, where a partner handles every single case. Visit cohenandjudah.com to see partner reviews. Froggy, let's mix it up, huh? What do we got today, Marcos? What?
Every time we say my name, it's just
oh,
You're just waiting for it.
Yeah, I'm waiting on it.
Waiting on the frog jokes.
We've heard a lot from the world champion Panthers players today, as the gang is live from the new ice den. One person we didn't get a chance to see just because he was in and out early, that would be Paul Maurice.
Oh, the best.
Yes, we wanted to know. We were wondering what he did spending time with the Cup. This morning he was on with Joe Rose. This is what he had to say.
You know what? I bet you there are fans in Florida who spent more time with the Stanley Cup than I have in the last summer. You're 100% right. Like, my wife would just be flipping. I'm not really into the social media, but we were just kind of following the Stanley Cup, but where the guys were taking it all over Florida. So, you know what? Good for them. Like, Dmitry Kulikov gets his cup day, and he has it here, and he brings it over to the practice rink, and he shares it with a bunch of kids. They're never going to forget that, right? They will never forget that day.
Yep.
And that's the kind of guys that we have. So, we're what's funny about this is it's this kind of great big love-in right now because of what we've experienced. And when you walk by a guy in the hallway, there's a smile that you get to exchange with them, and it feels special. But there's also something different. When you talk to them, they're looking forward to camp. Nobody says that when they know how hard it is, right? But they want to get back out there with each other to push again. So this is not going to be easy. I mean, I've told everybody there's no such thing as a hangover. When your hockey team comes back into shape and you're physically stronger than you were at the start of last year, there's no hangover. What it is going to be the perception of it. So what will happen is we'll lose a game in November that we've lost in each of our last 2 years, and people will say, wow, that they lost because the expectations of us on every single night, the result is a positive. It's there because we won for sure. But what our expectation is the hard. How hard do we play? How hard do we compete? How well do we handle our adversity?
Wow. I love that guy.
Paul
I was
Maurice.
listening to it this morning.
You're right, dude. We were like, when is his day with the Cup? Apparently, he didn't get one. He didn't get a day? I mean, it just seems like what he was saying, that everybody else had an opportunity except for him.
That I did like. That was I think my favorite part of the Bob interview when we talked about his day with the Cup.
Yeah,
and that he has too much respect for the Cup
to eat out of it.
Like he thinks like the idea of people eating out of the
you
cup.
had to do your the normal Tobin thing. Oh, you wanted to put the white gloves on?
But that's how he looked at it. He like you could see in his eyes, like he's thinking about the glove,
dude.
Right?
What?
He's thinking about the cup next to his fireplace.
Here's where somebody goes. Here's where Tobin goes. Every situation, right?
Do you think during his time with the Cup, he just cleaned the cup?
I think so.
Dusted it off
like it's a Mustang. He's like,
hey, don't touch that like that.
Circular motions.
Comes back and he's like, Sergey, you're the first person that's ever returned the cup cleaner than it got sent to you.
There's him. There's a lot of respect there.
What else you got, Marcos?
I'm not sure if you guys saw this interaction this past Saturday between Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders and it was with Colorado State quarterback, insert name here,
You don't know his name?
Nah, I probably should, but
I do remember there was a lot of bleep talk last year between because the Colorado State got after Colorado for, oh, you're just doing this for Instagram likes and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. So there had been some exchange, like you had mentioned, between the two. So following the Colorado victory over Colorado State, usually players go and shake hands. Instead, Shedeur hit him with a keep that same energy kind of vibe and mention all the crap he was talking on Instagram. It was a moment that went viral because, anytime you have those unsportsmanlike kind of moments, they always try to make big stories out of it. Shedeur got to address it. This is him answering on why he refused to shake his hand.
Skin in the game. Hey, bro, you the one posting all that on Instagram, bro?
Shake his hand, bro. That's a good sportsmanship, bro.
Nah, I ain't for throw no rock and tuck my tail.
Nah, you supposed to let people talk about you and talk about your family.
Yeah, I just gotta let them just.
Yeah.
I'm a human too, right? Yeah. I'm a human too.
Nah, you're supposed to just.
I'm not.
Take a road no one else is supposed to ever take away. So it is what it is.
Skin in the game. Hey, bro, you the one posting all that on Instagram, bro?
Shake his hand, bro.
Look, I never have a problem with this after a competition. If there was bleep talk and somebody wants to keep rub it in your face or not squash the beef, it's nice. Like my thought of it is always this. It's nice when it happens, but it's not a requirement. Like, for the example, this past weekend, Canelo beat the holy snot out of Edgar Berlanga, right? Who talked a lot of bleep. Talked a lot of bleep to Canelo, and Canelo fought him, and he embraced him afterwards. Like, he fought him to respect, and Canelo gave it to him. That's cool, but it's not required to do it. I don't find this need that just because the battle's over, you have to all of a sudden like the person. It's nice, but it's not required. I don't care. Like, if he still feels that way, he still feels that way. Don't talk bleep about him.
I never understood the simple fact that, especially in the fight game, y'all talking trash to promote this fight for months. Y'all almost getting the fist fights and all these news conferences and these pressers. One guy gets knocked out. And y'all want to dab each other up and hug afterwards? Hell no.
Yeah.
I'll get you. Let me get well first.
It was
I don't have no problem with that.
I like when Khabib had Conor up against the cage and he can't do anything with him. And he goes, let's talk. Let's talk now. Let's talk. Bah. You want something to say? Bah. And then Conor goes,
just it.
And Conor walks back to the corner. He goes, it's just business. Not for Khabib.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and it's always the guy to get his face caved in that gives him a little more incentive, right? I don't know. What is that?
I don't know. You've been like on a Twitter run here, just like watching the For You page.
Right, but so Khabib is from a different place.
Yep.
You don't come at him like that.
Right.
Conor thinks he can say whatever he want, and then y'all just gonna dap it up. But if Conor lose, he ain't gonna stop talking trash. So he beat him up. And he said, not talk. Talk now. That's a different breed of person.
Definitely.
So you got to be careful with that.
Give us one more, Frog Boy. What do we got?
Another interaction that happened post-game between young quarterbacks. Although this one in the NFL, and this one seemed to have all the good intent behind it, but now is being perceived by some as an awkward interaction between the two.
Okay.
The two quarterbacks I'm referring to is Caleb Williams, the Chicago Bears quarterback, and CJ
Stroud,
I
saw this.
Quarterback of the Houston Texans. Following the game, CJ Stroud had some words of encouragement for Caleb Williams. The audio has been released. This is what it sounded like.
Good job out there, bro.
Yeah,
hey,
keep going.
Stop taking those hits.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
yeah.
Learn from those mistakes, and everything that you got, bro, is in you already, bro. You're gonna be a hell of a player in this league.
Yeah.
All right, boy.
Appreciate it.
For sure.
Yeah, Caleb Williams had no time for that.
Yeah, so
hey, dude, you're not Peyton Manning. I don't need you to treat me like a child.
That's the thing that everyone is mentioning.
I always wonder about that, right?
It's good
I always
advice.
wonder about that. Like, it's good
It is
advice.
good
It is
advice.
good advice, but
The last person
you're a year older than me
the last person I
they're
remember
actually
giving
the
this
same
advice. The last person I remember giving this
in
advice was
in the league.
Yeah, I
yeah.
got you.
The last person I remember giving this advice in the league, and he actually turned out to be right. Probably the only thing that he's been spot on with is Trevor Lawrence. He said that something similar to that to Anthony Richardson. He's like, hey, you got to stop taking hits. Like, you're not going to last like that. And sure enough, like Anthony Richardson did get hurt like very shortly thereafter. But you can see on the face of Caleb Williams here, he's got no time for this.
No time.
No,
No time.
No time.
But
No time.
Everyone's like, we're the same age, dude. I
just think certain, like, it can come across weird. Like, a lot of times they just do this because it's after the game. But you have to understand, he was the number one pick in the draft. There's a certain level of confidence that he goes into it with. And then you basically coming over there and telling him he ain't doing it right, or he needs to work on this, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It comes across like you using that moment to show you're a mentor and you're just a year older than me. So I get it. If ever I said something to somebody, it was always off on the side.
Right.
Like, I don't want, if I have any advice for you, it's for you. It's not to make myself look good. We have too many people, and it's not just athletes, it's everybody. We have too many people that are doing things not for the good of the person they're doing it for, but because of how it makes them look.
Right.
Right. And so that's just it's a bad look. I'm not saying he's doing that, because normally the older quarterback will do that to the younger quarterback every time they meet in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
So he was just trying to say something nice and positive.
If it's somebody 5 years in who wants to say that to him, you know, I get that. But like it's like, all right, CJ, get out of here.
Yeah. And neither one of y'all, he ain't throw a touchdown pass all year. What you saying? Keep doing what you're doing? Yeah, they're gonna be 3-14.
Well, a man who's got to keep doing what he's doing, and he does that, the Cats will be in another good position. Sergei Bobrovsky, Florida Panthers champion goalie, and a man with great eyes. You know, just a fantastic what? There you go. You got look right here, right here. Look right here, right here, right here. You too much. Sergei Bobrovsky. If you missed him, he joined us right at the start of the show today, but he joins us next. Sergey, how are you, buddy?
Good. How are you?
You're good. You should be good.
You should be good.
Look at you, man. You're a champion. This is first of all, congratulations. Let's just start off there, man. This has been an incredible journey for you. But how does it feel like to reach the mountaintop and get to where you were? What was this summer like for you? For all the work that you put in, that had to feel incredible.
Well, first of all, thank you for the congratulating me. Yeah, that's the moment when we won the cup. It's already in the past. It's been a long time ago, I feel like, and the biggest emotions was right after we finished the game and when first lift of the cup. That was those moments I can't even describe. It's just even though like lifting the cup, I saw that so many times in my visualizations, but it's still it's incredible. So I can describe that.
Was it like what did you have images that like ran in your head? Was it like all the work you put in? Do you like look for your family? Like what went through your moment when you got the cup in your hands?
It's actually the moment that you get the cup in your hands and lifting. It was like very slow down moment. Like I try to also enjoy that moment as much as possible because I know how much work it requires to get to that point, and how many things come together. So it's not only in your control. It's also has to be like the whole. Lots of little things has to come together.
It has to be something to play in a game like that and just get into a flow and not realize that, you know what, just play, because any mistake or anything that anybody does could mean the Stanley Cup. And it seemed like you guys went about it just playing the same type of hockey you played all year, especially those, like I tell you, the last minute with the puck just up against the wall. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is the longest minute of my life. It's the longest minute of my life. I'm trying to figure out, okay, can they still get a shot off? Can they still do this? And you got to be sitting there going, like, just like, come on.
No, that was actually, yes, there was two opponents was right in front of my net. So I'm kind of like, but also I think two clinching games before we ended up the same way. So
right.
I think Mixie was the same guy. So I knew, like, I trusted him that he knows what he's doing. So,
right.
And all the guys at that moment, everybody can tied up their grip and not allow to do anything.
I think that's the thing I learned the most this year about hockey, is that how much of a team sport it really is. Watching you guys go from year to year, like 2 years ago with all the goals scored and all the goals you were scoring. And then last year with it getting a little bit tighter. And then this year, just having the patience and knowing that everybody could depend on everybody. Seeing that happen and then seeing it all come together. I really appreciated the fact that it is a team sport.
Yeah, it is the hardest trophy to win in a team sport, because you go through the 7 months of the regular season with all the travels and stuff. So your teammates becomes as a family, and you might spend the more time with them when compared to your normal family,
Right.
And that's the big moment in the playoffs. It's also like you go through the war for two months. And it's and to lift that trophy and celebrate it together, it's special.
It just
It's
looked
cool.
awesome.
You could just see the look in your face, like it still soaks over you, like all the stuff that you put into it. How did you spend your day with it in the summer? Like what did you do with the cup?
My day was here in Florida, so I invited the people from Europe. So since I moved to North America, most of the time I train with the European coaches. So I invite the people from Europe and had a dinner with them. And also beside that, I had the time at my house, made a picture. We invite the photographer to make the nice pictures with the whole family. My parents was able to come over. My sister was able to come over. It's a great day. It's a great day, definitely. And it's nice tradition that everybody can have the day with the cup.
Eat anything out of it?
I didn't. No,
You didn't do the Luongo. You eat the pasta.
I didn't.
Bennett's eating the Captain Crunch. You respect you left.
Yeah, like especially I feel like that trophy has so much history, has so many legacies, legends, you know, like in there. It's definitely it's a special to see my name on it on the line with those people, you know, like with the true legends. And I got so much respect. So for the trophy, I kind of more handing it and right to take care of it.
You're like, give me the white gloves. Give me the fancy white.
Almost.
Did so look, I know what a maniac you are with working with reaching the mountaintop. How did you treat this summer? Like, did you get right back at it because you want to get right back there? Did you give yourself a little more of a break? Like, how did you treat yourself to a championship summer?
It's basically it didn't change much to me. So as soon as it's done, I came back home. I saw met the family, friends, and then I start training. So off ice, and here we are. So it's very balanced summer. You know, you don't have to think and create anything. So it's go naturally, go with the flow. And it's actually, I feel like it's a big advantage to have a short summer.
Does it how much does it mean to you, just the idea you did come here to do this, and there's been different iterations of this team, like there's been different coaches and teammates and styles you guys played, but just I guess how proud of yourself that I know it's a team sport, but just the idea that you came down to Florida for a goal. And I imagine when you're sitting there in this parade in the rain and you're seeing this community that's raving about your team, just like, what did that mean to you?
Yeah, it was. It's a great moment too. Definitely, how many fans came out to celebrate that victory with us. And again, I appreciate the fans for all the support they gave us throughout the regular season and especially in the playoffs. It's amazing to get it done together with them.
You got a mural of the bobbery anywhere? You know I mean, that's got it. If I did that, Bob, if I did the dive, like I would have that like painted over I think I would put that over the master bedroom, like right there. Like, do we have a photo of that or a mural, a canvas of that anywhere?
I have a picture of it. Yeah, I have that. Some of my friends gifted me that picture, so I have it at my house. But again, you know, like it's just it's happened, so I don't give myself 100% credit for that. There is a luck. So, and there is, you know, it was 2 broken plays before, and then just like I tried to throw as much as possible of my body, and it's happened to hit my arm. So it's
you ever look at that picture, you go, how did this? Like sometimes you got to be lucky. Sometimes
yeah, and that's what happened. And I thankful to God and appreciate him for everything that I went through last 2 years in the playoffs and for this victory. So it's all for him.
You've worked hard, man. I'm very happy for you. Know that you put in a lot into this. I wanted to ask you this, by the way. You went to UFC down here over the when it was during the season.
Mm-hmm.
What were you there to see a certain fighter? Was there somebody like in particular you wanted to see, or were you just excited? Because I know you love training the fight sometimes to get yourself ready for the season. Was there a particular guy you want to see, or you just wanted to experience it live?
It was a cool tournament too. There was the great fighters was there, but I'm basically I appreciate the sport. I appreciate the mind part of this sport, how they prepare, and for me to go there and see that live, that was special. That was I had the incredible emotions for that.
It was it was a hell of a show. Like there's nothing like the way they put on the production for that type of stuff.
Yeah, definitely, and how they prepare and how they like manage themselves during the fight. It's literally you might be killed, you know, in that fight, and how they approach themselves and how they get ready. It's cool to watch.
Do you feel because I do feel like you're a guy who, you know, is ready to move on to the next season and get work. Do you feel like there's any leadership that you have to get everybody around to just get focused on this upcoming year, or do you feel like the mindset is going to be great for you guys from the jump to defend this title?
No, I think, you know, we have to. It's always the thing. It doesn't matter when you end up last year. This year you have to start over again. You have to start from the zero. You have to build up all the chemistry, the trust, and all the things, you know, to get to the point that it's all like in the playoffs, that it's going your way. And you only like, you can work so hard to give yourself a best chance. So there is no warranty, there is no guarantee that you're gonna do certain things and you're gonna be successful. That's also what makes it so much fun and so much interesting for the fans, because you don't know. There is so many good teams, there is so many good players who's gonna compete this year for the cup, and we are in the mix too.
Sergei Bobrovsky, congratulations again.
Congrats.
We're happy for you, man. We cannot wait for the season, and all the best to you, man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. Great to talk to you again.
We'll take a break. Back with more after this.